All right.
We're grabbing the Evan.
And I ironed out all the details of audio of everybody coming through. So.
Well, I'm not touching that. It's a 19.
How did you roll it on the ground?
Because I was gonna roll it on the desk, but I missed.
It made the.
And then what is that plus?
Mine's a
That's
dirty
mad.
20 because I didn't realize when I
5, I
leveled up,
think.
my initiative went to +5.
Oh,
geez,
really?
I
My
forgot.
initiative didn't go up.
She missed the desk. She rolled and missed the desk, and it landed on the ground. She's not touching it because it's a 19.
All right, now that I'm back in the
Hey,
call
for
and
once,
rolling.
I'm actually not gonna go last. I got a 25.
15. Nice. All right, I got a dirty 21.
I got a dirty 20 because it's 15 plus 5.
I got a dirty
got
21.
I got
25.
15 plus 6.
Oh,
I wonder why
21.
your initiative didn't go up, Wimpy. Your initiative already went up.
Yeah. Myra, what did you get?
Time we leveled up my initiative one.
9.
Yeah, mine didn't. Mine just...
Quinn, am I rolling for you or no?
Yeah.
You sure you want me to?
What'd you get?
Did you get a nat 1?
Got nat 20.
Nat 20.
It is indeed a nat 20. It will be the
Nice.
only nat 20 I roll tonight. And that means he gets a 23.
I'm pretty sure it's the only nat 20 you will roll in your life.
I think so.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did the
That
math right.
actually
18 plus
doesn't
5
count.
is 23, right?
Can I roll for Myra? No, I'm okay. She already
You
rolled.
rolled a couple nat 20s last time for Myra.
Oh, you're right, you're right.
Slash
TJ, what was yours?
2 sessions ago where I got a nat
18
20
plus
for
5,
initiative.
that's 23, right?
Yes. It is indeed.
Yeah, I had to
Wait,
double
it's high
check.
this time.
Yeah. All right. So now
Timothy.
my roll. Timothy's roll.
Nat 1.
Ah, perfect. Yes, I got an 8.
Quinn, you sure you don't want me to roll for you?
8 minus 1?
No, 9 minus 1.
You just really want to roll for someone, don't you, TJ?
All right. So
Yeah,
TJ and
to them, it's bad.
Quinn, you have to re-roll. Wimpy and Boss Lady, you have to re-roll.
You have to
Alrighty.
reroll?
This is why I don't roll on the desk.
14.
I got a nat
14
1.
plus 6 for the tiebreaker. Wait, what?
So another
You
20.
said a
I
13
got a
plus
7
6.
plus 5.
Oh, I thought you said a 14 plus 6. I'm like, oh, so another 20.
So I got
Wait, you said a
12.
13 plus 6,
I already
Wimpy?
picked-
I got
I
12.
don't remember if it was 13 or 14 now because I already picked up the die.
Okay, we'll make it a 13.
We'll go with 13.
It's okay
It doesn't
though,
matter,
because
you
Boss
rolled
Lady rolled a
Nat 1.
nat 1.
For sake of
What
argument.
is your plot? What is your plus initiative?
Does it matter?
Yes.
Plus
So you
2.
need to roll for Quinn.
Perfect.
I got a 12 in total.
Yeah, you got a 12 in total, and Quinn got a. Well, that dice is gone.
I heard it. Threw
What do
it
you roll?
away.
Hey, I'm not the only one
Boss
that's
Lady
missing the
applied
desk
her
today, guys.
level up because her initiative should have increased when we all leveled up.
Well, it depended on how you put your
Distributed
your
points, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think wholeheartedly it's
More
back.
now, aren't you, Wimpy?
Well, I heard it down this way.
You heard it go down this
I
way?
heard it
That's
go
weird
down
because it's
that
not
way.
down this way.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
So I think it's in the back.
It's just gone
Because
now.
after we got back from the Bullywug Castle, we gained 2 levels, and then I gained another
Yeah.
level from the tournament.
Evan's still level 1.
Yeah, I think
I think
whatever your initiative is based off of, whatever it's added based off of your.
I eat my words. I eat my words. I eat my words. She goes, I think it's in your PC. And I went, no, it's not in my PC. Look down, and it is inside of my PC because I have the sidewall off. Yeah.
That is another very good thing about being a small person.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. I
Very
can agree
small
with that.
areas. Okay, so with that being said,
Wait, what did I get?
you got a 21 in total.
Wait, yeah, I thought it was a 23 you got.
So, Quinn goes ahead of me.
Yes.
So we had
Cray,
2
you just need to
tiebreakers this
throw it
time.
off your desk from now on. You just throw it into your PC and you'll get higher rolls.
Right?
It's a high temperature that's heating it up to get a higher roll.
It just melts the dice into a 20.
Just melts it into a
No,
20.
no, my PC the air comes out of it cold.
That's good.
That's
My
No, no,
water
it's-
cooling
it's-
on my
you
PC
Compared,
is
compared to
hot.
like
to
my
come out hot.
PlayStation 4 and my other PC.
my
Like,
PC
the
heats a room up
itself
from
isn't hot,
75 to
but the
84
water,
or 82.
the water cooling in my PC
That's
is
hilarious.
That's
boiling.
Me too.
There's only one game I can play that makes my PlayStation hot as hell, and that's Hogwarts Legacy.
I could
Any other
understand
game,
that.
I
I'm
imagine.
The
Skyrim.
Pro is
relaxed,
extremely
but when I play
loud,
Hogwarts
but,
Legacy, it just turns into a
not
fucking
sponsored
oven.
by any of these games, by the way.
Like, how do you want to cook your omelets
Could be,
using my
but not.
PC?
Exactly. Like, how do you want to cook your dinner?
I'll use my PC. Don't worry.
Could be sponsored.
We
by
don't need no
Warner Bros.,
gas
but
power.
we're not. So
Bubba just
Don't worry,
said
guys.
now
Stove one
during
out.
D&D.
I got a PC. I'll just
trying to
I'll just
make
load up Fortnite.
Playing Fortnite with a helmet on isn't enough. I'm playing D&D with a helmet on as well.
Oh my.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
I've
Evan can't
been
wear
just playing with
helmets.
my dice, and like I've gotten 3 nat 20s out of like 15 rolls.
Oh, you can't get any more now.
You are wasting all of your luck currently.
Let's go, boy.
Okay. So the order is Joey, Quinn, TJ, Wimpy, Boss Lady, Bubba, Myra, and then the Bard. I sing you all into a new turn.
It's now little Tim, little Timothy.
Little Tim and his broken leg.
Wait,
Got
is a
his
broken
mouth
leg?
absolutely destroyed by a few.
Hey, boss lady, you know that song that I sent you that was sung by Peter Hollins and his wife?
Yeah.
I want to hear you and Cray perform that with Cray being a bard and you as your character. That would be great.
You will have to pay me IRL money to do so.
What, you're not gonna sing the
That'll
song
be
with your wife, Cray?
$10,000.
I'm still waiting on a
I like how
sweatshirt.
Trey is just shaking his head. I like how Trey
Yeah,
is just
there's a few of you that are waiting on things. I do need to send them. All right. So now that we're wonderfully
Wasting
starting.
5 minutes.
No. Yeah, we're gonna waste 5 minutes so that we start on time and
We
wonderfully.
wasted 5 minutes.
All right, so into the mist we go, and Mr. Joey has circled himself all the way back around to his lovely pen, but he is on the other side of the pen down in the basement.
I remember I left off. I got back up from the pen, and I'm hiding behind a rack of fur.
You are indeed correct. You are indeed correct. So we will start out there. And how would you like to begin?
Did the person go through the door yet? That one apprentice from the kitchen.
Yes.
Has he gone through the door yet? Okay,
Yes.
so I would like to roll for stealth and go through the other tower, the one I haven't gone through yet.
Okay.
I cannot afford to get a bad roll on this.
Okay. So does that mean I need to keep my eyes on you for cheating?
I almost rolled a 1, but it rolled over to a 11.
That's wild.
That's 19 because I have a +8 in stealth.
Yep. All right. So you are easily able to get over into in front of this other door, and you notice that it has a stairway up and a wall sconce to the right of it that has a torch that is providing some light.
Do I have to roll another stealth check to go up the stairs?
No, you rolled high enough.
All right, so I'll go up the stairs.
Okay. So let's see here. Wow, that poor guy's deaf. So as you go up the stairs, you get to see the wonderful nighttime sky. And as you reach the top of the stairs, you find yourself behind a apprentice that is keeping watch over the front of the hideout.
You should snap his neck with his hooves. Wait, am I muted? I'm not muted.
How tall do you think this sheep is?
gonna say, wait a minute. Okay, so,
Sword is already talking.
I'm in one of the guard towers, right?
Yes.
How tall is this tower off the ground?
It is roughly about 100 feet.
So if this guard was to accidentally slip off this tower, he's dead.
Would have the potential for death, sure.
But the question is, do I risk this and possibly the other one seeing me?
The other big thing is if you go to attack and you miss, you might fly off.
I mean, that's not a bad thing. That's just a good time.
It might be that might mean your friends arrive to a lamb dinner.
Or I just land on my friends.
Yeah, either or.
Joey,
Can I roll for perception to see if the other guard is in the tower adjacent to us?
Yes.
Alright. I accidentally rolled for persuasion. It's fine. I have a +4 in both. I'll just take what I got from that.
Okay. All right. So what did you end up with?
16 + 4.
Okay, so dirty 20. You are able to just barely peek over the little wall at the top, and then you do notice that there is another apprentice. The moon seems to be rather bright tonight, and so you can definitely see that there's one apprentice stationed in each tower. With there only being 2 towers, by the way. And just so everybody's aware, I'm using the kind of group rules that we talked about over the week. So I'm going to do 10 minutes. So the group gets 10 minutes, then Joey will get 10 minutes to keep it even.
Can I roll for stealth so I can stay behind this apprentice and end my turn?
Yeah.
Because I have a brilliant idea. I just need you guys to get up this damn hill.
Okay.
I almost got a 1 again, but it's fine. I just rolled another 19. My heart is skipping beats every time I see that damn 1 come around that dice.
It's pulling at your heartstrings.
This goat might end up having a heart attack before you can save him.
You very well may. All right, so you just want to hang out behind this apprentice and end your turn?
For this group to get up, because I have a very glorious idea.
Okay. For heart attack.
So you rolled your stealth, and it was indeed high enough, if I'm not mistaken. It was a 19 plus 8, so 27.
It was a 11 plus 9. It was, not 9, 8. It was I just got another 11 plus 8.
Oh, got you. 19 was the full. Okay, that's fine. Still high enough. You're able to hang out, kind of you back yourself down the stairs a little bit. Keep your ears peeled for anyone coming up, but it doesn't sound like it. So with that, we'll slide over to the main group, which is everyone else.
Yeah.
You all, as a group, do have 10 minutes, so please be aware of that and use the time wisely. Try not to overtalk or talk too terribly long. Keep conversation.
Using my staff to fly Superman style.
Dun, 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 dun.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding.
Miss Kyla over here is the only one who knows where to get there, right?
Hey, Kyla, can you lead us to where Raphael is?
I thought that's what I was doing.
Okay,
Someone
let's go.
there still smells.
And we've got the gremlins with us. Right.
You do indeed. The gremlins are indeed with you.
Let's go.
So the group at this point has left the gate and began their journey. So they are walking up the road to the north, and they are currently in a slightly wooded area. They can see that the moon is coming through the treetops, but the path is rather shaded.
I have dark vision, and I want to roll for perception.
Sounds good.
I can't see shit.
I'm holding on to you.
Oh, 19 plus 8. I got a 27. Haha.
Dang. All right. So this does not bother you, the darkness, at all, and it feels like daytime, and you can see all the way through all of these woods that are around you.
What about Myra? Myra, do you have dark vision?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Do you want to roll for perception as well?
Sure.
Okay.
Yippee.
Also, I think that it would be funny if canonically Caitlin is oblivious to the fact that not everybody has dark vision, like because she was raised, not around any other races or anything. She just does not get the concept that there are people out there that don't have dark vision.
Side comment, good news, she's not racist.
Bad news is she just wants to set herself up so she can make fun of the bard.
I got a 19, by the way.
19? Okay. So both of you, is there anyone else that has dark vision?
I can't see shit.
No? Okay. But for those that have dark vision, it looks just like normal daytime for you guys. Tone. But as you guys look around, you do notice that there are bats flying around, and the woods themselves seem to be rather barren outside of the bats and the occasional croak of what could only be considered to be a frog. Nobody's seen the frog, but you can hear the from
Okay.
a little ways
Do I
away.
see any potential medicinal plants that I could harvest?
Not unfortunately. There doesn't seem to be any in these woods.
Okay.
All right, what would y'all like to
What
do?
about psychedelic mushrooms?
Unfortunately, all of the mushrooms that you see, you are able to identify as poisonous.
So drugs.
Okay.
Any psychedelic mushrooms are in box ladies too.
I'm back. What's going on?
Yes, the
Can I roll
mushrooms
to see
are
if there's
boss lady.
hold on. I have a thing I can do. 1 second. It
All right.
is
While you figure that out, Quinn, is there anything you'd like to do?
I don't know where we're at.
Perception? Apparently. No.
So Evans, we're TJ, we're north of Namenkop, and you guys are in a wooded area. You're walking north on the path. Do you have dark vision?
I do.
Okay.
I think.
So
Hold up. That might have been Aaron. Let me double check.
you're an Enderkin. I believe you should.
Yeah, if you're an Enderkin, you should have dark vision.
Not you just teleport into trees. That would be very embarrassing.
That would be hilarious.
Yes, I do.
You do. Okay. So you see just like it is daytime as well, like I mentioned earlier. All you're seeing around is just kind of bats flying around, and then there's an occasional of a frog.
That seems like an making that noise.
Sounds like an angry frog, like a frog choking.
Alright, spit it out.
All right. Quinn, was there anything that you wanted to do?
Perception check.
Okay. And we will do that for you. And your perception is a +4, so you got a 15. What are we perceiving?
There's any people following us, I guess.
Surprisingly enough, you are able to take a look back, and with the moonlight, it illuminates well enough to where you're able to notice and identify that you are not being followed.
Okay. Yippee. No, I'm just gonna end my turn because I got nothing to do.
That's okay. Well, you're with the group, so the group's got a full turn.
You
So
can
they're
hop
all
in
they're
at
all
any
working
point
together.
in
Yeah, you can hop in at any point in time. All right, Bubba, what were you trying to do?
I would like to roll. What was it? I just saw it. I'd like to make sure that there's no like animals or anything trying to target us or anything while we're walking.
Okay.
18. That'd be perception, right?
Yes.
Okay, it says I have doubled proficiency. Perception. It'd be 8 plus 18, so 26.
Jeez. Y'all coming out the gate swinging. All right. So while everyone observes their surroundings, you use your senses to make sure that there were no animals attacking. There does not seem to be any at this point in time. The bats do kind of swoop down close and above your all's heads, but not maliciously and just in search of food. The in the not too far distance does seem interesting. You can't make out anything that it's saying or any words or anything. It just sounds like a normal old ribbon.
So did I hear correctly that people are
Yo,
able
Jeremy.
to check for like food and stuff along the path as we're walking?
Wimpy did, yes, and there were no medicinal herbs, and the mushrooms she saw were poisonous, but she knows this, not Bubba, or not Roderick.
Yeah. I'd like to look for some berries.
Okay, go ahead, roll for investigation. While you do that, Myra, was there something you want to do?
I was wanting to talk to Timothy, so I'm gonna walk over to him and
Oh gosh. Okay.
while we're walking, I'm kind of leading and talking to him.
Okay. Got you.
I look at him and I say, I know you really haven't really got to talk very much, but I noticed that you have some kind of magical musical abilities.
I play, and sometimes people join, and some people don't. Some people get happy. Some people give me food, and others are just
people
dead
give
set
you
on making
Altoids.
sure I'm mute. Sorry?
I said some people give you Altoids.
Yeah, and my breath never smelled better until she brushed it, and it did smell better. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I've never noticed any magic coming out of it. But hey, if you saw something I didn't, then let's go. But hey, is it okay if you have like a cloak or something I can hang on to? Because it is extremely dark, and I don't know exactly where you are.
I kind of
Timothy
like,
got a nat 1 in perception.
I guess I kind of like light a fire in my hand.
Oh,
Timothy rolled a nat 1 in perception and conveniently has a -1 in perception.
always.
That gives me an idea. It's like, I don't know if I can light a fire. Hold on.
There's a fire already lit.
I no longer have any negative things.
Oh,
You're-
more light.
You're holding on to me. I'm holding on to you. I'm now able to see her. If you
Okay,
light a
fair
fire
enough.
under my butt,
Okay.
so help me. All right. So you light your fire, and I respond with, oh, okay, there you are.
Really quick, my roll for investigation on berries was 22.
A 22?
Yeah.
There's nothing edible nearby.
Okay.
Except for whatever that sound was.
I don't think I want to eat that sound. I have a feeling that it would permanently traumatize me.
That was a goblin.
Gremlin.
Definitely don't want to eat a gremlin.
No.
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 Not when you ask for their help.
Guys, they taste like chicken.
Yeah, we don't want to turn on the gremlins, trust me. But all right. So Myra, we'll go ahead and quickly finish up this conversation.
I was wondering, can you learn new music that is magical?
I potentially. Why? You got a song you want me to learn?
Essentially, a lullaby.
Oh, a lullaby. Is it to put the out back to sleep? You know.
Well, not them. I think.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. Well, hey, if you got something that I can read, then or if you know how to teach it, if you know it by heart, I'm more than willing to learn.
All right, I kind of like hand him some sheet music of what my lullaby for sleep music is.
Oh, okay, perfect. He kind of takes it and looks at it and goes, you know, is it okay if I read it when there's better lighting?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And I put it in my little baggie.
And you can sight read it.
I'll read it later when it's not dark. So with that, we'll slide back over to Joey, who is loving the batucus of this apprentice that he has been staring at. He's enamored with it.
Side note, when I ended my turn, I saw a giant spider the size of my hand on my wall, and I almost freaked the fuck out.
As a sheep?
No, breaking character here.
Oh, gotcha.
Also,
There is now canonically a giant spider chasing him.
No.
Oh, just wait. Anyway,
IRL boss
continuing.
fight.
Just a quick warning: since I am no longer normal, that lullaby is gonna affect me. Since it doesn't affect me normally, but I'm not normal right now, you know.
We're gonna put you in the bag.
You don't know about any lullaby currently, so you're okay.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying.
I got you.
Anyway, I don't know what to really do. I'm gonna be honest with you.
So you're just staring at this apprentice's butt, and you cannot think of anything else. It's just so plump and so round. It just, the way the moonlight shines off of it, you've never seen anything like this before.
I'm just waiting for the group to get up the hill so I can push this fucking guard off this tower.
Okay, go ahead and roll for stealth again.
Alright, let me open up the app again for you here. Oh. That is a 9 plus an 8.
Or we're getting lower. It's okay, don't worry. This guy is still deaf.
This guy is oblivious. Don't worry.
Absolutely oblivious. He's been given one goal to stare straight ahead. So you are able to remain stealthy, and even though this apprentice does move a little bit over to one of the other kind of little peek holes in the top of the tower to look in a different direction, he doesn't turn around or anything. He doesn't notice your presence at all.
Oh, also, just to clarify, since there's 2 ways this happens, am I using athletics to knock him off this tower when it finally happens?
Yes.
Or am I using a strength saving throw to throw him off this tower?
You'll use athletics, and then we'll also roll for strength to see how hard you hit him.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Until I can see the crew coming up the hill, this guard is still gonna have his ass in my face.
Yeah. Well, it's not in your face. I mean, unless you want it to be. We can. Do you want to get that close?
No, hell no.
Okay. I just making sure. It is very eye catching.
Squats a lot.
He squats a lot. Yeah. It's kind of like
guy. I thought it was a girl.
It's like
Joey.
2 apples.
I mean, to be fair here, TJ. You know, let's scratch this. I had my turn.
Roll for investigation. Do you notice anything dangling?
Oh my god.
Okay, give me a way here. Good lord. That's a 4 plus a 7. That's an 11.
An 11. An 11 for the dong check. All right. So, unfortunately, he does have his back to you, so you're unable to identify whether it is male or female.
Well, you just said he has his back to me, so I think that gives me all the information I need.
It's
You
okay.
might
You were
identify
unable to
whether-
identify whether
Very
he
well.
was a male or female.
He was a male or female, huh?
Yeah, you were unable to identify whether he was a male or female.
Again, you're giving me all the information I need. I know it's male.
Right, yeah, you were unable to identify
No
whether
males.
he was a male or female. Yeah.
You can't. You didn't ask his pronouns.
Listen, you got 5.5 more minutes. I will continue to repeat this.
You know what? If this group is willing to sit here and listen to this 5.5 more minutes, I will gladly do something
I'm gonna
fantastic.
be honest, not really.
Well, comedy is
We
nice.
need comedy. We need content.
Content.
Can I re-roll that investigation?
You're more than welcome to, yes.
All right, bet. This is how you get content right here, Bubba.
Mm-hmm.
We need clean content.
This is where it needs to
Plus
be a nat
7.
one. Just
I got a 13 this time.
okay. You got a 13. All right. So he does. He does turn a little bit to go back to his original location, and you don't necessarily notice any bumps in certain areas. Who just left? Oh, Wimpy left. Oh gosh, her Discord broke. And it seems that the cheekage could be male or female. You still have not fully identified whether or not.
I roll again.
Yeah, yes, you may.
Okay, this time I got a 16 plus a 7. That's a 23.
Okay, got you. So this time, the apprentice turns to the right instead of the left and moves in a way where you're almost seen. But you are able to identify that this is indeed a male apprentice and that he has a very stout chin and a very strong jawline. And so now you are not only enamored by the Batukus, but also the strong jawline that he possesses. I will ask that you do make a stealth check because you are beginning to drool.
All right, bet I got you. Oh no.
Oh, yes.
Oh no.
Oh, yes. DM gets to have fun.
Oh no, that's a 3 plus an 8. That's an
A
11.
3? Ooh. So let's go ahead and I'm going to have you make...
Oof.
Have you tried turning it off and on again?
Oh god. I'm gonna have
I'm
to push
gonna have you make a dexterity saving throw.
dexterity saving throw.
Yes.
My best saving throw.
Yep, your best saving throw.
That is a 10 plus an 8. That's an 18.
That is an 18. So while you are drooling at the sight of this apprentice, you are unfortunately unaware of another apprentice that has made his way up the stairs that you originally came from.
Oh my goodness.
Does come up behind you and notice you. But before you're able to react, he is able to cast a arcane leash around your neck and begins then talking to you, going, "Oi! What are you doing up here? You little sheepy. You're supposed to be in there with the other ones."
Can this particular guard understand animal?
Sure. Let's say yes.
Can I start negotiating with this guy?
By all means.
Flirt with him.
I rolled an 18 plus a 4 on my persuasion.
Okay.
Hey, listen, dude, listen. I know you're doing your job, but I'm just trying to look for the boss of this place, because I got an interesting proposal to make.
Oh, yeah.
I have over 300,000 years of life experience. I'm pretty sure I can be a good, hitman for the guy, just in case if someone, talks too much.
Oh, yeah. Well, here's the thing. You ain't the first one that's tried to talk to me and strike a deal. And I will say that you might be the oldest that I've ever heard of, but by golly, it ain't gonna work. And you, oi, what's you doing letting one of our sheep stare at your butt like it's an absolute roast beef dinner? Alright, whatever. Continue to stare that way, you buffoon. There's a reason you're up here. You, Mr. Sheep, you come in with me. You gotta strike a deal with the boss, you gotta find the boss. So I'm putting you back in your pen and I'm gonna let the other guys watch you.
Before you take me, can I push this dumbass off the ledge for his blindness?
Unfortunately, I can't let you do that. He's my brother.
Oh. Understand. Can you take me to another guard tower so I can push their dumbass off the ledge?
No. You're going back in your pen. I like your humor, but you're going back in your pen. And he begins to lead you back down the stairs.
Can
Oh,
I?
did you know they're all related?
Can I knee him right in the fucking leg and make him fall all the way down the stairs?
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
All right, so that's athletics.
Uh-huh.
That is a 13 plus a 7. That's a 20.
30-20, perfect. So as you go as you get, kind of guided down these stairs, you decide to make a very dashing attempt to knee the apprentice.
Headbutt him right in the knee.
You got headbutt him right in the knee. Well, you said that you wanted to knee him, so unfortunately, that's what we're running with here.
Well, he's still on stairs. He's still falling down them stairs.
Well, so here's what actually happens is for a second forget that you are a sheep and you raise your hoof as if it were your knee to try and knee him. And unfortunately, the length of your hoof is not long enough.
Can I just headbutt him in the knee like I originally planned on?
It's just choice of words. So unfortunately, your kneeing attempt fails.
Can I re-roll to headbutt him in the knee?
Unfortunately, not right now. Maybe next turn. So he's beginning to lead you down the stairs, and we turn over to the group.
Fucking great.
Listen, it happens. At least you're not staring at the butt more. So the group continuing to walk through these woods, and they are coming to the end, the opening. You can see the two big towers off in the not too far distance. They see the path that walks up to it, or leads up to it, I should say. What would we like to do?
All right, guys.
Perception.
Yeah. Oh, guys, we might want to be stealthy. We don't know how many of these guys there are. I don't know how
Hey, I got an idea. Listen, I got how those work, but the woman over there, she gave me an Altoid. And I think if we all take an Altoid, then it'll help with our stealth.
No.
Because I couldn't talk.
No.
But how are we supposed to
Would you like an Altoid? I will give you an Altoid if you want one.
Hold on.
I'm okay. I was just trying to suggest stealth strategies.
Can I have kind of an idea.
Oh, yeah?
I'm gonna fly up above you guys to get like an aerial view of the area.
Okay.
I'm all for summoning Mr. Snuggles with a whistle and having him create a distraction.
We also have the green.
Okay.
Evan raises his hand like he's in a schoolroom.
Let's say we send in
I
Mr.
have a
Snuggles and the
particular
gremlins.
skill for avoiding arrows.
That would work. But what if I don't know how Tom would feel if his beloved Liger got turned into a sheep.
I can be the
I can.
I see what you're saying there, Caitlin. I don't think Tom would like Snuggles becoming a sheep.
I could sneak up behind him until.
Well, by the time we're done with this, we're going to have turned Mouthfeel back, so I'm sure we can turn Mr. Snuggles back.
I got something from the distraction that might help as a distraction.
I can be the distraction.
It's called an Afridi bottle.
Hi, is anyone hearing the Enderkin back there? I think he is willingly offering himself up as bait.
I have a particular skill set for avoiding throwing and projectiles. It kind of helped with the circus.
Are we going up against arrows? Does anyone know?
That's what we're trying to do.
I can make a roll for perception if we're even close enough for that.
You can try, yeah. And then Quinn, you said you could be a distraction as well?
More or less. Sneak up and kill people.
6 + 8, so I got a 14 in my perception.
Okay.
And figure out why the men are just dropping dead out of nowhere. Yeah.
Not
sure how well it'd work though.
Yeah, well, nobody's dropping dead yet. But Wimpy, you're able to see that there are the two towers, and there is what looks to be one person on top of each of them. Currently, right now, you guys are about 200 yards away, so about 600 feet.
Snipe him.
Wait, I have explosive arrows. Maybe I can snipe one.
And make a big noise.
Might left off an explosion, but they might not know where it came from.
What about those phasers that we got from the Bullywug Castle? Who all has their phaser?
I haven't.
I never got
we had a
one.
phaser,
I've
right?
never been to a Bullywug Castle.
Yeah, you wouldn't. You wouldn't. So
we could use
I'm
those
gonna keep this flashlight and phaser handy. And all right, by show of hands, or by say I if you're for summoning Mr. Snuggles and sending him in with the gremlins as a distraction.
Hold on.
Wait. Timothy raises his hand. Who's Mr. Snuggles?
Mr. Snuggles is Tom's pet liger.
Oh. What's a liger?
It's half
a
lion,
mix
half
between
tiger.
a tiger and a lion.
Oh.
Hence
Interbreed.
the name liger.
Ah?
The tiger.
Smart. This is the reason why I'm a bard and not...
It's not really smart, I'll be honest with you, it's lazy.
Hold on.
I still offer to be the distraction.
Okay.
You said you can throw things, or what do you say exactly?
If something comes at me really fast, I have a habit of just not being there anymore.
Oh, I was hoping you could like put something somewhere, like teleport something somewhere.
Well, I mean, I can teleport things with me. It's just getting away from that object
as a
afterwards.
distraction. Is that okay with everybody?
Can I do condenses first?
Well, just know, Snuggles might not know which one Mathael is, and the gremlins don't know. So, and it's all sheep. So
We don't. We're not sending them in to attack the sheep. We're sending them in to make a distraction.
Yeah.
I mean, I can still help with distracting.
Did anyone catch what the fire lady said?
No, can't hear.
Sorry.
What did you say?
I would like to fly up to see how. Where exactly?
I think that is a fantastic idea. Before we run in with the distraction, let's see what we're working with.
great. Sorry, I'm not.
Yeah, I mean,
used
if
to
there's
being
only like 20
slash,
guys,
so-
we could probably take them down. Well, I don't know about all of you, but I'm pretty confident in the abilities of those that I've fought with before, at least.
I mean, I
Hey,
have
nobody's
this
seen
ability
Evan fight at
if
all.
needed after practice, too, I'm being honest.
Except maybe the tea lady. I'm not so sure about her.
Also, Timothy,
Yeah.
do you still have that notebook you had?
The what?
The notebook you had from when you were muted.
From when I was maybe.
I mean, I could use my longbow to take out as many people as I can, but I have to get closer by another 50 yards.
You can do it.
Yeah. I think I do still have that notebook.
Okay.
I can sneak on and kill some people while you go and shoot the bow. That's
Can I borrow your notebook, please?
Yeah. And I hand her the notebook.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and fly up and use my fairy fire to outline the enemies to see where they are.
Okay, got you. Let's see here. Let's see.
That's what I'm trying to do.
I do
Caitlin's
indeed.
getting impatient, so she's just gonna move within her longbow range.
Okay.
sounds good to me.
She
Can I
just
sneak
needs to
on and
get
start
about.
killing people?
I do have disadvantage with stealth because of the armor that I'm wearing, though.
Okay.
But I would like to go ahead and roll for stealth, and I only need to get 50 yards closer.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and roll for stealth.
Come on.
Wait,
Hold on, I'm hoping that I don't
might
crash.
have an alarm set up.
And that's not what I wanted.
1.
Can I do
Go
an
back.
Arcana check for
That's not what I wanted. Go back. Reroll.
All right, and stealth +6, but with disadvantage. So one roll, first roll is a 16, second roll is a 19. All right, so 16 + 6, I got a 22 on stealth.
I think you're fine.
Wow. So yeah, you're able to 50 feet more, and you're so stealthy with how you do this that even the group doesn't notice you move up.
Nice. And I'd like to go ahead and the people that I saw on top of the towers earlier, I would like to try and take one of them out with my longbow.
Okay.
Does the other hunter want to try to?
Nice shot.
And
is there anyone?
I do have that item that gives me a bonus on my aim or something. What was it? What was it again?
There's a bonus.
The item I got. I got this item from the shite shop. Oh, it's a stone of luck.
Got you. Yeah. I think it gives you like a +1.
Yeah, or it's something like that. It might already be added to my thing.
No, I know there was a stone of luck. Somebody got a stone of luck.
Yeah, I got a stone of luck. It's in my inventory. What am I actually rolling for to use my longbow though? Do I apply my Oh, I got you.
Yeah, if you want to roll for something, you would roll for dexterity on how well you use the bow.
What the rabbit
I gotcha.
said.
I've got my +6 in dexterity, so I'm good with that. And 15 + 6, so 21 for.
Oh, she crashed.
Did it?
Does the other ranger want to roll for anything? Does the other ranger want to range?
All right. In the meantime, I'm gonna fly back, and
We'll be right back. These short messages.
after I've scribbled down a rough sketch of the area and where the enemies actually are.
Yep.
And I show the group.
Okay. All right. So in that case, then
Roll for artistry.
roll for artistry. Roll for how good it is.
Roll for Picasso.
Roll for Picasso. We're not doing that. So you're able to share with the group outside of Caitlin, since she was so stealthy and was able to move up. She's no longer with the group, and so everyone else is able to see what is in the adventure journal. Everything that is circled is an enemy.
And I am completely clueless.
Yes. The only ones you're currently aiming at one of the ones on the tower.
All right, I got a 19 in total for my dexterity roll.
Okay.
What other type of die do I need to roll?
I believe it's just a D20 for your hit dice, and
D20.
then whatever your longbow hit die would be. So if it's like a D6 or something.
Do you think we want to sneakily take these guys?
I think it's a D6. All right, I got a 15 for my hit dice, and then a D6, and that's a 4.
Okay. All right. So you are able to move while moving up close. Find a great vantage point. You actually drop to one knee to help get the right angle, and you loose one of the arrows towards the apprentice, and you actually do hit him in his shoulder, and he steps back a little bit, and you hear an interesting sound. It sounds like a
Shoot him in the head.
And with that, the apprentice that you hit sticks his other arm up into the air. The apprentice on the other tower sticks both of his hands up into the air, and they begin projecting an arcane energy up out of their hands into the sky, and the dome begins to form as it works its way down and around the entire complex.
Okay, I want to point the flashlight at them and turn it on. Can I do that?
Okay.
Can the rest of us run over to the
But hold on. Do we hear this?
Yeah. Everybody hears the siren.
We just don't know where she's at.
Can I teleport? Can I teleport into the area?
all.
I mean, I'm open to it.
No, I'm not going with you.
I'm not going with you either. I'm sorry. I'm actually no, I'm not sorry.
Do we see this happening, or is only Lucky that sees this?
So you guys, everybody roll for perception. And then Wimpy, I'll go ahead and have you roll a d20. Are you aiming for the apprentice that you hit and attacked with the longbow, or the opposite one?
The one that I hit.
Okay.
Go for that.
Since I kind of already,
What do you mean?
got the aim down for him, so.
That's an enemy.
And I got a 10.
I got 19.
All right.
Or rolling for perception? Got a 19 plus what?
Am I
So
rolling for something in
pretty sure it's
particular that
one.
I need to add a bonus to?
I got a 9.
I got a dirty 20.
No, you would just be rolling a normal. All right. So Wimpy works to shine the flashlight. The apprentice. Unfortunately, this apprentice is not looking that direction and is actually focused on looking up currently. So although the shine does hit the face and illuminates the actual facial structure of this apprentice, he's not affected by the light itself. And actually, the location of Wimpy has now been alerted to all of the apprentices that are in the area.
Yes, now I can kick some butt.
Okay, can we just run in before the dome closes?
I got a 19 on
Yep.
perception.
I already tried to teleport in.
Yep. So 19 on perception. You notice that the dome is coming down
20.
for sure. Everybody heard the sound. So Myra, if you want to roll for the perception as well.
I got a
TJ,
10.
you're rolling to just straight teleport.
No, I had rolled the dirty 20 for perception, and then I
Okay.
tried to just teleport there.
Okay. You are actually able to get within the barrier with a quick 2 to 3 teleports. And so you are hanging out behind a tree. Let's see here. There's a tree, the
Probably that
secondmost
that's
tree
right
on
there.
the map.
The one in the middle or the one in the right?
The very small one in the middle, right next to the path.
Okay.
There's like a
Oh, there's a
bush and
person
then
there
a
you didn't
long
outline.
skinny bush.
He's not an enemy.
Oh. Because
I
like,
guess.
oh no.
I want to sneak up on that one guy that I showed you.
Okay, got
Do
you.
I have any actions left to try and make a bolt for? Like, do I have any actions left for the turn?
Unfortunately, not yet. Not this turn. We're finishing up, and then switching back over to Joey. So roll for stealth, and then Quinn. What were you looking to do?
I'm looking to just get over to the dome, like inside the dome.
Okay. So you didn't roll a high enough perception to notice that the dome itself was coming down, but you were able to notice that the reactions around you created a stir, and then the sounds, you were able to quickly turn yourself around, and that's how you notice things going down. You do make a mad dash for it, so we're going to go ahead and roll a d20 and see how you do. Unfortunately, you take about 4 or 5 steps and trip.
Yay.
So you are now right about, not alongside where Wimpy would be. You're a few steps behind where she would be.
Oh.
Would I be able to make a dash for it or no?
Sure. Go ahead and roll a d20. Let me know what it is. What was your stealth?
I'm 18 plus 5.
18 plus 5. So go ahead and roll for whether or not you make it to that distance.
Stealth is
11.
An 11. So you are actually able to get all the way up and into this tree line
Okay.
that is just on the edge of the fence.
Okay.
Did you say
When I
stealth
get up.
or athletics?
Yeah, you're hiding in a bush. That's
Okay.
your stealth. Yep.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Bubba? Yeah, you can roll for stealth as well.
Okay, so for the first one, which I'm guessing was athletics, it was a 13 plus 3, so 16.
Okay.
And then my stealth, nat 20 plus 3, 23.
Okay. And we're just working to get ourselves into the dome?
Yes.
All right, so you are actually able to, you don't get as far as everyone else, but you are able to get just barely inside of that dome. And so you are in the bottom right behind that tree that's just off to the right of the path. And you're back behind there.
I would also like to try and mad dash it in.
Yep. Now, do you want to fly in?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. So in that case, then go ahead and roll a d20 with advantage. So roll it twice and give me the greater of the two numbers.
I got a 14 plus 3 total. 17.
You said you got a 13?
No, I got a 14 plus 3, so 17.
Oh, 17. Okay, got you. So yeah, you are actually able to quickly fly in. Oh, I have to make this check. So you were able to get in, and you actually fly over towards the left side of everything. You notice that Evan is able to teleport himself in behind the tree, and so you decide to take shelter in the tops of the same tree as Evan.
Do I notice her?
No, you actually do not, because of everything that's going on. Your senses are very focused on what's happening. You're kind of panicking. Yeah, something to that effect.
There's 10 of them, right? That's what I'm seeing correctly.
Yes.
Because you didn't mark one of them outside the front door. From where we are.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's he's not going to be there. And then, all right. So the last one to react. So Timothy, being a little slow, doesn't notice the dome coming down until everybody just starts to run. And unfortunately, he didn't tie his shoes. So he takes a step and steps on his shoelace. Doesn't fall, thankfully, because he didn't have that much steam. But he decides he can't run without tied shoes. And so he quickly leans down, ties his shoe. But at this point, as the only point he can get to is now he is hiding behind the same that Caitlin is. And that's where we'll leave everyone right now. And we'll slide over to Joey again, who is just about at the base of the stairs now and is entering back into that main room.
Did he pass out?
I finally headbutt this fucking guy in the leg.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead and roll for athletics.
I got a 12 plus 7.
A 12 plus 7 is a 19. All right. So you are able to actually knock this guy down.
I'm pretty sure I go with him since he had a leash on me.
You do go with him a little bit, but as you hit him in the knee and he begins to fall, it's actually he's falling to his right side, and so he has to release the arcane leash from his hand, which it disappears and dissipates from your neck, and he catches himself on the ground. He goes, "What are you doing, you little bugger? What's you going around headbutting people? You was just trying to bargain with me. Now you're trying to kill me."
Since he's on the floor, can I continue headbutting him in the face repeatedly?
Yes, you're more than welcome to.
All right. That is a nat 20 plus a 7.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your hit dice. Since you're using your horns, your hit dice will be a D6.
That is a 5. Almost
Very
a 6,
nice.
even though it's not a 6.
All right, so you are able to smash as he's getting the last of his words out. You just take off straight for him, headbutt him in the face, and you do actually end up knocking him unconscious and deal 5 damage to him.
Yes.
What would you like to do now?
Can I run back up the stairs and knock that fucking bitch on the top of the tower off the tower?
Sure.
All right. Do I roll? So I roll athletics plus strength, right?
Yep. Athletics plus strength, and then I'm also going to have you, after both of those, roll perception.
All right. That's a 17 plus 7. That's a 24 for athletics.
Poor guy, it's so deaf.
Strength. That That's a little bit of a weaker roll. That is a 12 plus a 4. And perception. I accidentally rolled for persuasion again, but it's fine.
Is it though?
Well, I do have a
The
plus
rolls
4.
are the
for
same no matter
persuasion.
what.
Yeah, because they're both a plus 4, so it's a 14.
Okay. All right. So you are actually able to successfully take off up the stairs. All the way upon reaching the top, you, although mesmerized by the cheeks on this man, you notice that things have changed out here. That now this apprentice is seemingly hurt with an arrow in his shoulder. He's now projecting arcane energy out of his left hand, and with that, you understand what is going on, or that something is going on. You do hear the alarm as well, but you continue. I'm sorry?
I was gonna say, would Wimpy see me like fucking headbutt this poor bastard off the side of the tower?
She does, yes. So you continue with your plan and you charge headfirst into this beautifully round, 2-apple having butt and bounce this man off of the top of this tower.
Does that also dissipate the barrier since all 4 of them are no longer up there?
The arcane energy coming from his hand does stop, and you notice that the pace in which the dome is coming down actually pauses just high enough above the ground to where someone could see through. This man does fall to his death as he hits the ground.
Okay, so can I roll for a perception check to see if the sheep are still like poisoned above the horizon?
And
they're not in the basement. To see if they're still above the basement.
Yeah, go ahead and roll for perception.
That is probably the best perception roll I've ever fucking done. That's an 18 plus 4.
Wow, that's it's pretty good. So you are able, you can't see everything, but you are able to pick up the fact that the sheep are still out in the field currently, and that the apprentices have turned their gaze from watching the sheep to their oncoming threats or the alarm that has been sounded, and now are moving into defensive positions.
And I shout at the sheep, like screaming the word now so they can start getting into positions for what I have talked them for from the tower.
Not this tower. You'll have to find a way to get over to the other tower.
Do the sheep see the guard flying off this tower?
No, they actually do not.
Can they still get into positions because the alarm's going off? They should know that something's going on, and also I'm pretty sure they would have noticed I'm gone by now.
Well, they continue to graze as if nothing has happened. Surprisingly.
Can I make... Okay, so I want to run back down... Okay, can I run back out the way I came back to the sheep? All the way down the tower, back to the main door I came in from.
Sure, yeah.
Alright. Because I gotta get the sheep attention so we can start heavily fucking over these people.
Okay.
Alright, so... Do I have to roll for anything while I'm running down there, or is that just gonna...
You will definitely have to roll for athletics.
But... That is a 5 plus a 5, that is a 10.
Okay. So interestingly enough, you are able to get down the stairs. And as you enter into the main room and run past the still knocked out apprentice that tried to corral you and bring you back, you are met with an unfortunate circumstance. There seems to be 3 of the very big brutes preparing for whatever lies outside. And as you rush down these stairs extremely quickly, they are able to hear your clippity clops of your feet as you come into the room, and all 3 of them turn to face you.
Oh boy.
Bah.
Can I yell for them? I'm really close to them.
I'm sorry?
I am much closer than I am now, so can I
To
yell
yell
for
to
them?
who?
What? I can't hear you with the other
You are currently inside. You can yell, but you're currently inside.
Can I roll for acrobatics to swoosh past these fat fucks and go to the sheep outside?
What are they? That fuck.
Sure.
trust me,
Go ahead and roll for acrobatics.
I'll take that 19 total. I'm gonna need that to possibly not lose my head.
Okay. All right. So you're actually able. You see that you still need to get outside. You make a mad dash for it, and the 3 big brutes begin to come onto you in attempts to restrain you and attack. But you are actually able to dodge through them all and find yourself met with, again, the worst foe that you've met to date. The door is still closed.
It still is enemy.
So I remember from the outside I had to pull, so this is a push. I have to push to get outside.
This is true. The door is latched, though.
Okay, I got a brilliant idea. So these brutes are massive, as you described.
Yes.
I'm gonna try to get them to charge me, and I'm gonna dodge out of the way so I can launch this fucker through the door himself.
Okay. So I'm gonna have you roll for intimidation.
Intimidation, got you. That is a 13 plus a 7.
Ooh, 30-20. So as you dodge the 3 of these and find yourself at the front door, the 3 brutes regain their footing, and the 2 in the front make a very loud sound and begin to charge full tilt, as if mindlessly targeting the poor, defenseless, wool-ridden sheep before them. Go ahead and roll for acrobatics. Dodge.
That is a 16 total. I rolled an 11 plus I have a 5.
16 total. You are actually able to dodge both of them. And they do plow through this door. The first one hits the door and does not fully open it, but with the power and force of the second one, the door is broken off of its hinges and just falls flat onto the ground. And both of your brutes actually kind of fall, and the second one stumbles over the first one as they plow themselves out into the front yard, quote unquote. By the way, Myra and TJ, you both witnessed this.
Can I run out in the front yard and get the sheep's attention?
You may.
Can I now run? Okay. I run to the front yard and I start yelling at the sheep. Now!
From the pasture, from the field, you hear two responses. The first response is, "Was that the signal?"
Yes.
The second response, which sounds rather crazy,
Yeah, let me hear
is, "Hoist the riggings! We set sail today!"
it. I scream yes to the lieutenant, to let him know that this is what's happening. We got to get going now. We got to
Okay.
start initiating the plan.
Okay. You hear a response. "Okay! Where are you?"
Don't worry about where I am. Just raise hell and keep the apprentices off the others.
"Where are the others?"
I have no fucking clue.
"Okay."
Caitlin still has the flashlight on, by the way. She never turned it off last turn.
This is true.
Well, thank God she never turned off the flashlight because she got a glorious show of a fucking sheep just hoisting this poor bastard off the side of the castle.
She did indeed. She saw the whole thing.
Are
We
me
all
and
did.
Evan able to hear him yelling at these sheep?
Yes. Yes, you are.
Oh, Evan won't understand a word I'm saying.
Evan, all Evan hears is the
No, but we all saw him
of the
shove
sheep.
the guard.
You both actually do also see that the apprentice hit the ground. And then Myra, you're able to hear the words and hear what he was actually saying to the other sheep.
So she knows I'm at the front door to,
Yes,
help me with this brute because there's still another brute behind me. I gotta.
there is
sure.
indeed. There is indeed.
I hear it.
Let's see. You are close enough. You did hear this.
Can I yell over at Matthew, don't attack the gremlins?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
I don't know where the fuck you are, but gotcha.
All right, and now the. I'm sorry.
I was gonna ask, can I roll for perception to see where I can't find Can I roll for athletics to try and bust this gate open so I can get the rest of the sheep that are mindless out of this fucking thing so they can cause chaos?
So unfortunately, at this point, you aren't over by the field itself, and so it'll take a little bit to get you over there. But you are able to roll for perception as to whether or not you can figure out where you heard the voice coming from.
All right.
And then we'll switch over because the groups now have shifted, and now Timothy
it's 20
Timothy.
total. It's
20 total? Yeah. So you do notice it's coming from your right in one of the nearby trees. And as you look over, you do notice the purple glow of...
Can I yell over to Miss Kiowa before my turn ends?
Sure, yeah.
You have to burn the gates. You have to release the other sheep for my plan to work.
Got it.
You have to release the others.
Burn the sheep, you got it.
Burn the gate, you fucking...
You can't hear
I
him.
said gate.
I can't hear him.
Yeah, no, Quinn's back with us. All right,
Okay,
so
hold on a minute. If you're back with the others, then how would you know I said burn the gate? And
He
then
was-
you said sheep.
he was making that context a comment. All right, so so we're gonna leave you at the front gate. You voiced what to do and the instructions to Kyla. Kyla has heard these and accepted them. TJ is kind of peeking around the trunk of the tree, and I'm kind of amazed at what's happened with two brutes coming through the door, laying now on top of each other, and a sheep standing on top of their bodies, shouting in a very loud manner. So with that, we'll slide over to the other group, which is outside of the dome currently, which will be Caitlin, Timothy, and Clive.
Yippee.
Woohoo! Alrighty. Now, first, since I saw the whole thing go down with the guy flying off the tower, has that Has that cast the barrier, or do we?
Yeah. Yeah.
All
So
right,
one
so
person can get through.
so what you've noticed is that the barrier that was moving rather quickly down has actually slowed all the way to a halt, just high enough above the ground to where you'd still be able to make it through.
All right, so I want to turn off the flashlight, and I want to go ahead and I'm going to draw my dual swords, but I'm going to use, instead of my regular dual swords, the one in my right hand is going to be the magic-y one that I got.
Okay. Yeah. The repelling one.
And go ahead and head to get inside of the area that the barrier was coming down at.
Okay. So we're looking to make a mad dash into the dome.
Yep.
Okay. Gotcha. So go ahead and we'll roll for athletics. Are you doing the same thing, Quinn?
Not 20, and I have a +6 in athletics, or was it a +8 in athletics?
What happened?
Athletics or acrobatics. One of them is +6, one of them is +8 for me. 20, so.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, so you're actually able to very quickly make a dash, draw your blades, and get yourself within this dome in the nearby tree line. And
Right,
so,
and I'd like to roll for perception to find the nearest enemy.
Yep, sounds good.
And 7 + 8, that makes it a 15.
All right. So as you come into this tree line and prepare yourself for what you're getting ready to embark on, the closest enemies are actually the two brutes that are stacked on top of each other, with a sheep on top of them, and all you hear is the baying, the tail end of the baying from the sheep.
That looks awkward. Do I still have enough actions to go ahead and see about attacking one of the brutes?
Well, let's see what Clive wants to do first. What would you like to do?
Run over to the dome.
Yep. Okay.
D'Artagnan, we're saving the king!
All right. So you're able to make it inside of the dome. Is there anything in particular that you would like to do as you come up into this dome?
I'd like to first draw my 2 daggers.
Okay.
And do a perception check.
Okay. So we'll go ahead and do your perception, which is a +4, so you get a 16. So as you come up into the dome, you actually decide to dip off over by where Sir Roderick is, and with your 2 daggers drawn, you notice the 2 brutes laying down, the sheep on top of them, as well as other apprentices starting to emerge from various points outside of the complex. And they all seem to be focused and moving towards the center of the house, the front of it, where the flashlight was originally seen. Go ahead and let's roll for stealth for you.
That's what I was gonna do. Okay.
And let's see here. Your stealth is a +7 because you are a rogue. So you got a dirty 20 there. So you are able to remain fully stealthy while getting all the way up to Bubba, as well as observing everything that's happened. Is there anything else that you'd like to do at this point?
Am I close to any of the guys? The Schwizards, apprentices.
The apprentices currently, the closest ones again would be the 2 brutes that are on the front door.
Okay. Can I roll a perception check to see if I can see that 3rd brute? There's a 3rd one, right?
There is a 3rd one, yeah. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and roll for perception.
Is he near me? Because I'm pretty sure it's behind me, isn't it?
Yep, it is. You actually rolled a dirty 20, and you are unable to locate the third. All you see is the two that are outside of the house, the main house. You're unable to see anything inside.
You could conspire with Caitlin.
Great.
This is true. And Timothy, bringing up the rear, tries and attempts to follow Caitlin, but unfortunately is a tad too slow, and has to decide. He loses her in the darkness, but finds himself in a nearby tree, just terrified because he doesn't know where anyone is, and this is the first battle he's been a part of.
Is there no lights coming from the castle? Light up?
There are lights coming from the castle, but everybody is hidden well enough, quick enough. Timothy, unfortunately, was unable to keep up.
Poor Timothy. Why
Don't
do I
worry,
feel bad
he'll be
for him
seeing
now?
some magic happening.
He'll just start singing in the tree, and the caterwauling will give a natural debuff to all the enemies.
of the shadow.
My old friend.
All right. So let me do this real quick. All right. So the group is now close enough. Is there any? Excuse me? Goodness gracious! Some freaking Mr. Big Engine Boy decided he wanted to prove how tiny his wee wee is.
He's one of the ones that got broken into. He can get broken into again.
No. I get it.
Oh my god.
All right, so we're gonna do this. So you guys can see kind of what's going on.
Yeah, everyone who removes their mufflers, that is evidence that they have a tiny peepee.
Oh, that's not them removing their mufflers. That's just driving Chargers and Challengers and realizing that I have power, and then wanting to show it,
And have a small bit.
and also having a small PP because of that. So, anyways,
Before we were so
rudely interrupted. I did post an adventure journal just about where everybody is. I apologize for the absolutely terrible drawings. I have a very shaky hand, and paint is not my friend. So I could probably save this and put this into paint, and it would be a lot easier.
Probably.
Anyway.
Better than what I could do.
Okay. Is there anything else that... now that everybody's kind of in more of a main group, so I'll go ahead and we'll begin to open things up. There won't necessarily be a timer. Just be mindful of how long you are talking. Try to give other turns to other people.
I want to go for my guy.
You want to go for your guy?
I want to go for my guy.
All right, so go ahead and roll for stealth.
8 plus... What was it? 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
I'm currently just tap dancing around some of the
You are indeed. You got a 12 or 13. Okay, you got a 13?
Yeah.
So go ahead and roll your, what are you attacking with?
I'm attacking with my fucking knuckles.
With my knuckles?
With my knuckles.
With
but
my
specifically my
knuckles.
king's knuckles.
Okay. Is there any special qualities with the king's knuckles?
We never...
Figure that out?
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay, cool.
Maybe at a later date. It could just be normal brass knuckles for now.
Well, there'll be shiny brass knuckles. So what'll happen is they're a little stronger.
Okay.
So they'll add plus 2 damage.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll. Let's see here.
So.
See my oh gosh, this poor guy. So go ahead and roll your hit dice for it.
So I've got 2 different sections for my sneak attack. One says to roll a d8. The other one says to roll a d6, and I don't know. I prefer the d8.
Yeah, go ahead and do the d8. We'll make the chain. I didn't realize there was a difference there.
Oh, fuck yeah. Ooh.
Okay. Plus your 2 for your knuckles.
Yep. So 10.
And the sneak attack has advantage.
When the enemy is getting flanked.
Got you. Okay, got you. Which, I mean, you kind of.
Yeah,
That's fine. You got the
yeah.
highest number on a D8, so you
Yeah.
can't really get any higher than that.
Yeah.
All right, so you've done. You run up. You come out of the tree line as this apprentice comes across to join up with the rest of them. And interestingly enough, the creepy nature of how you approach is quickly overcome by your desire to hit them. And so you come up and very quickly just lay a strong. Thank you so much. You hit Timothy.
Just love seeing you bounce, boss lady.
And so you strike this apprentice square in the jaw, and you deal 10 damage to him. He gets knocked back a little bit, but is able to recover, and you must now make a Constitution saving throw.
That's the D20, right?
Yeah.
15.
All right. He turns, and as he regains, he takes his staff and makes a big mad swing at you. But you are able. You catch it.
I catch it. Wait, is he like swinging it or is he throwing? You said swinging, right?
Swinging.
Okay, so can I grab it with my left and then go in with my knuckles again and go for the uppercut?
Go for the uppercut?
Go for the uppercut.
All right, go ahead and roll again. Roll your D20.
Oh, 5.
Unfortunately, your uppercut misses as the staff is rather long, and unfortunately, he's not right next to you.
Oh, okay. That
So
makes
you
sense.
just kind of grab the staff and then
Okay.
uppercut the air in front of you.
Shit. Okay.
All right.
We can pause me and go on this.
So that fight will be put on pause. Is there anything else? Timothy is still cowering in the tree line, by the way.
I would like to use my Afridi bottle to where it can take out the grunts to where once they come back conscious, we don't have to deal with them.
Oh, to take out the brutes?
The brutes, yeah.
Okay.
I wanted to chop their heads off.
Okay. So
You are secretly
Ricky?
evil.
we're going to have you roll for athletics. Bubba, you are going to roll for strength, and we shall see what happens.
I got a 13 on my roll, and then I have to check to see if it's a +6 or +8.
Okay. On athletics.
Yeah, you did say athletics, right? Yeah.
Yep, I did say athletics.
A 19 plus 1, dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Hopefully I don't crash.
Don't jinx it.
Well,
I feel like I need to
So
just.
It was almost a
sometimes when I
91.
say I hope that I don't crash, I don't.
61.
All right. You said athletics, right?
Yep.
Oh, apparently my athletics are +7 now. So I got a dirty 20.
Okay. So, as Bubba prepares his bottle and throws it towards the brutes, Caitlin.
I don't throw it. I don't throw it.
You don't throw
No,
it?
you pour it out.
You have to uncork it, remember?
Yeah, he uncorks it and throw. Why do you have to pour it out? Why can't you throw it?
So here, it says for me to do it. It's all. So I have to get back to it because I had to get to that. It says this bottle weighs 1 pound. When you use it as an action, remove the stopper. A cloud of thick smoke flows out of the bottle.
Okay.
I hope you roll big enough,
And I
because
have
if
to
not,
roll
that thing's
a D100 to see what
Okay.
actually happens when I do that.
Okay. Yeah.
If it's a 1 through 10, the Afridi attacks me for 5 rounds. If it is 11 through 90, it does whatever I say for the next hour.
Uh-huh.
And if it is a 91 through 100, it comes out, but it gives me the wish effect for an hour.
Okay. Got you. I see nothing in that description where you cannot throw it.
Oh,
You can throw it, but I think he just wants to pour it out.
yeah.
All right. Okay. So all right. So you don't want to pour it out over. You don't want to pour it at the brutes. You want to pour it out at your feet.
I want to open it and then have it attack me if I rolled the right thing. Cause it's so if I rolled an 11 through 90, it goes back into the bottle to where it can be used 3 times.
Uh-huh.
Let me take a picture of this.
Well, I see. I got it. I see it. I have it. I have it pulled up. I'm just my face is more to the fact of you saying that you wanted it to attack you.
No, I said if I roll a 91 through 100, it attacks me.
No, it's a 1 through 10 attacks you.
Oh yeah, but I don't want it to because I got an 86.
Okay.
Is it gonna attack me as well? Because I am standing on top of
No,
the brutes.
it does what I say. So if I don't say attack the sheep,
So, all right. You rolled an 86. Correct?
Yes.
Okay. I enjoy all the confusion that you built there while you were rolling the D100. I wanted to attack me. No, I didn't want it to attack me. I wanted to attack for
I'm
me.
completely joking in that.
Anyways,
Waiting to see what happens.
right? Anyways, you pop the cork on this. Clive, you notice this, and you think he's taking a drink of alcohol instead. What do you do?
Man, is this really the time for booze? We're about to fight, man.
Yeah, it might be a boo, depending on how scared you are. Let's be honest, but it's not that type of.
Did I get to chop somebody's head off?
No.
So, yes, you will potentially. Anyways, so Bubba instead of drinking this, obviously he pours it out in front of both of you, and as he pours it out, almost as if he was pouring sand out of a container, it builds this very strong, very resilient, very big built beast called an Efriti. And it now stands taller than both of you by about 2 foot. Its heads are just about in the tree limbs. And he kneels down on one knee in front of Sir Roderick and goes, "My master, what dost thou desire of me at this time?"
We need help taking out all these apprentices around here.
So what is thy request?
For you to take out as many apprentices as you can.
And might I ask what is defined as an apprentice, since the little thing behind you could possibly be one?
That is mean.
Hi, me. I am Ifriti.
Any of those
Wait, were you talking about me? Wait, actually, were you talking about me?
Are you me?
No, I'm not me. I'm Clive.
Oh, well, you said I'm me.
No,
So you're
I said that's mean.
right. And I said, hi, me. I'm Ifriti.
Ah.
I'd like you to
Afraid to
attack
eat.
all those people on the castle and around it that have those staffs and such.
And such. I shall do your bidding, sir. And the Afriti turns around and begins barreling down at the sheep that is in the front doorway with
Not
2
the
brutes
sheep.
underneath it. At the same time, Caitlin comes out of her tree line and beelines straight for these. You're aiming for the brutes, correct? Or are you too busy laughing?
Said she would be right back a minute
Oh,
ago.
that would okay. Right when it gets to where I actually.
Congratulations.
By the way, Joey, do you want to move by chance?
Joey, move!
Can I put?
Text every throwing Zane.
wait for the? Can I hold on? Let me speak real quick. Can I potentially let this thing get close? Move out of the way at the last minute. It continues barreling down and kills the brute behind me because this thing is still behind me.
Yeah, I mean it's It has now been set to attack, and it's been set to attack all those that are carrying weaponry, from what the instructions have been told.
Specifically staff.
Specifically staffs and other
the
things.
brutes have axes.
Stuffs and such.
Staffs and
They don't
such.
have-
Thank you very much, DJ.
They don't have a staff.
But they have and such. So,
also have
Mine Evan still has nothing in his hand, so we can.
So-
What's happening? I'd like to do a quick perception check.
I'm gonna do an acrobatics check to dodge this beefy fuck.
okay. While that happens, Myra, what would you like to do?
We need to set the other sheep free.
Yes, I'm gonna send Cinder to go burn down the fence.
Can I roll?
Okay.
stealth?
Sure, yeah. Myra, you mutter. How do you send Cinder out?
I whisper to him to go burn down the gate for the sheep so that they can be free and help us.
All right.
I give him a little bit of my dust so that he can form it.
You put him to sleep?
No, I give him my dust.
Okay.
Set on fire.
Oh, yeah. So as he hears your commands, he takes some of your energy. You see his fur begin to ignite, and he does quickly hop off onto a nearby branch and take off. And you see this little flicker just run amongst all the chaos over the roof of the house, over across the way. And as he reaches the fence, you see the small flicker of the flame get brighter and brighter and move along the fence line as each of the posts are lit on fire.
Can I quickly shout at Bubba to make this thing not attack sheep or gremlins? Because he also didn't protect the gremlins from this thing.
Well, you currently don't have a staff or such, so currently you're okay.
Towards me.
He's barreling towards you because you are standing on top of two beings or beasts that the Afriti deems as its targets.
Okay,
So if you move, you'll
can
be
I
okay.
roll acrobatics to dash towards the other sheep?
Yeah.
Potentially help lead these sheep into what I need them to do.
Yes, you may.
All right.
Also,
Bubba
Yes.
said wearing robes and holding staffs or such.
And,
Also-
okay, never mind then. Go on.
I was gonna
Isn't
try
like
to fix it,
Myra,
everybody's talking.
Timothy,
so it's my-
and like someone else all wearing cloaks and holding such? Just did.
No, he
No,
didn't.
he didn't.
He said
robe.
stabs and such.
No, he said close.
Staffs and such. If
He did?
had clothes, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, wearing cloaks and holding
Yeah,
stabs
he
and
said
such?
that.
I don't think
Okay, never mind. Apparently, Boss Lady is saying it was said. And we all know Boss Lady is very perceptive.
Steel trap.
Anyway, I rolled a 15.
Okay, so you are able to get out of the way, and you start heading towards the field or the fenced in area with your sheep, and you arrive just about the same time Cinder does, and Cinder begins to light the fence posts, and you run across to a nearby gate and actually headbutt straight through it.
All right, guys, this is the signal. I need you guys to raise hell as I look for this Schwizard and try to fulfill my promise I made to you guys. That is, if this fucking behemoth that was running towards me doesn't kill him first.
Pretty stop.
Do a perception check real quick, Joey.
Perception check, but
Yep.
that is a nat 20.
All right. So as you come into this field and this area, you begin to instruct the rest of your crew, the rest of the sheep, just like you did. But as you get to the last words, you realize that the sheep don't seem to be listening and have taken wholeheartedly your first announcement and your first command to heart. And they are running around causing chaos within the paddock. And this is no normal chaos. They are simply jumping around and kicking their legs and baying and making all sorts of noises. They don't seem to be helpful in this manner. But you notice that the commander that you had been talking to and gave you his backstory is nearby and is doing this same thing.
I run over to him and I said, "You're coming with me."
And the commander goes, "Oh, but you said this is what you wanted us to do to cause chaos."
Yeah, but this isn't kind of the chaos I had in mind. I need you to attack the apprentices.
Oh. And with that, he quickly turns and he goes, "Men, stop what you're doing! We've done it all wrong!" 5 of the other sheep stop bouncing, quickly come over, and do a very, very quick little with their feet as if standing at attention. Commander responds to this going, "Well done. Apparently that was not the chaos that our leader here requested. So we will be following his commands thoroughly from this point on."
All right. So you know the apprentices and the big brutes, the people who have imprisoned you here all these years. I want you to let loose all that pent-up aggression you have towards them. Attack them. Or kill them if you possibly can. Because I'm going to try to get to the Schwizard and try to keep my promise that I've made. That get you all guys back to normal.
They all nod their heads up and down, give a small little salute again with their feet, as they stand at attention. And the commander goes, "We are at your will. Where do we attack first?"
Just attack anyone that you recognize here. The apprentices. Just pick a target and start beating the shit out of them. Or headbutt the living shit out of them. Whichever one works.
"We shall." And with that, they charge out and are met and attack the apprentice that is in a stalemate with Nova. And very quickly do, let's see. Okay, no. They do 10 damage. They do 10 damage to this. And unfortunately, they practically stampede over this apprentice. The staff is broken out of his hand, and Nova is left holding this staff, amazed as 6 sheep basically just grind this man into the dust. And as they move away and move on to their next target, all that's left on the ground is a small bag and a cloak.
That's what happens when you fuck with the demon hunters.
All right. Myra, I know you were trying to say something earlier, and if Wimpy is back, then I'll talk to her as well.
I don't remember what I was going to say.
Okay, got you. So, Wimpy, you are going to... So you come through, and this big Afridi is coming down, but you get to these 2 brutes first, and you are attacking the 2 brutes that are lying on the ground, correct?
Yeah, I'm aiming to chop off one of their heads.
Okay, got you. All right.
As she's chopping off a head, can I roll for a perception check so I can reunite with the fairy?
You can, yes.
All right.
I'm currently at the top of a tree, so you wouldn't be able to get to me.
No, but I could talk to you, which is important.
Let him roll.
I got a 19 plus 4.
All right. So, as you give your last order to your sheep herd, You quickly realize that you need to link up with Kyla, and you search around you and are unable to find her. So you move yourself over towards Nova in hopes of getting some directions back to the front of the house.
Since she can't understand me, I'm just gonna jump on her back and hope she carries me to the front.
Please make a strength saving throw.
Okay, hold on.
And Wimpy, go ahead and roll for strength for your attack.
Yes.
Rolled an 8.
Plus, do you have a
Strength saving, yep.
What's the saving? Is it that the one up here?
The one that is in the box that says saving throws.
I'm waiting for him to finish talking.
So 7.
You got a 7?
I got a 7.
Okay. So go ahead and roll a d4.
Oh, darn it, Joey.
I'm sorry.
All right. So as you witness these sheep pummel this man into the ground, into the dust, and run past, while you're amazed, you feel a very strong pressure on your back.
Oh, great.
And you find it kind of difficult to keep it up, and you end up falling down to one knee, and you do take 1 damage.
Oh, thank you.
I'm still staying on her back though. I'm not getting that.
Yes, you are still on her back. Yes.
Are you wait, hold on, you're not Joe. Are you Malthiel?
I nod my head.
Okay. Can you not jump on me again? Apparently, I'm not very strong.
Since you can't understand me, I just bob my head towards the fucking front of the house, hoping she understands I need her to carry me there.
You want to go that way?
So this is him bobbing his head.
Well, I mean, he's doing.
I bob my head. Yes. I bob
You're
my head.
there you go. Okay. All right. We're going that way.
Okay. So you guys take off. Wimpy, what was your strength roll?
9 plus 8, so dirty 17.
A 30-17. All right, perfect. So go ahead and roll your attack dice.
Alrighty. And I am swinging with the sword in my left hand because it's the one that's not blunt and magic bouncy stuff. So.
Okay. Yep.
That's a 3.
All right. So you get all the way up to this guy, and as you go to take your slice into his head, your sword enters into the back, but is stopped by the bone, the spine. And as you lodge into this spine, the big Ifriti comes in, swinging his big, massive sword, coming down. And please make a dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity saving. All right. What is my dexterity saving bonus? Gotta go back to the first page. My dexterity is a +8. And that is a 16 plus 8, so 24.
Okay. And that's your dexterity saving throw? Like the saving multiplier?
Yes, that's my saving multiplier. My dexterity was I maxed it out for level 3 before I knew that it was actually an actual official level up and put it to 4. Yeah.
Okay, got you. I was just making sure you weren't applying the normal dexterity, but instead applying the saving throw.
Yeah, no, my normal dexterity is a lot higher than that.
Can I do something?
It's higher than a +8?
I have 23. I have 23 dexterity. My usual dexterity is +6, but my saving throw is +8 because I have some sort of equipment that gives me an advantage on it. I don't remember which one it was though.
Only
Probably
23 dexterity.
Probably just a proficiency bonus. So dexterity saving throw is probably what it is.
That's what I was thinking, yeah. Proficiency, yeah. Okay, so in that case, then, so you're able to, as the Ifriti comes down with his sword, you're able to bounce back real quick and dislodge your sword from the neck. And his sword comes down and very swiftly finishes the 2 brutes that are lying on the ground.
Can I do something?
Yeah.
Can I perceive the bag and cloak on the ground after the sheep trampled it?
You're a good ways away, but we can make a perception roll for you. Unfortunately, your perception roll is a 7. So you just see the herd stop in one area, stamp a whole bunch, and then move on. You're not too
remember
sure.
what I was gonna say now.
Okay, gotcha. So, Myra?
I was gonna fly down and throw on my robe of magi and attack. I don't even know which one is even alive anymore. The closest one with my my firebolt, I guess.
Okay, gotcha. So you come down. So the Afridi comes down. He finishes the 2 brutes. There's a quick little engagement between the 2 where the Afridi looks. He finishes finishing, and he looks up at Caitlin, and he goes, "Friend or foe?"
Friend, since we were both attacking the same guy.
Sounds good. The Afridi picks his sword back up and turns, looking into the building. The door is too big or too small for the Afridi to fit through currently. So he turns and looks for another target to attack and notices a nearby apprentice. Myra comes down off of the tree on in front of the front door to the main house. And as she lands, notices the big 3rd brute that is beginning to assault those that are out front. Go ahead and roll your hit dice for your firebolt, which would be a d20. And you can apply your arcana.
While they're doing that, can I head over to where the sheep started trampling something?
Yeah, you can go ahead and you move over there, and find yourself.
Me and Boss Lady still heading towards the front of the place.
Yeah, we should be.
Are you actually moving, or are you still standing?
Yeah, no, we're headed towards the gate, so theoretically we should be crossing Quinn's path.
Yeah,
We're
so
running back towards where we were.
Yep. So you're able to head back over. In that direction, you notice that Nova is walking very labored, like with a sheep on top of her, and you continue to head back to where they were, where you saw the trampling happen, and you do notice that the cloak and the small bag.
Can I do perception to see if the cloak protects against arcana magic?
Sure. Yeah. Do a perception on that. So you rolled an 8. So unfortunately, the cloak is rather dusty, and it doesn't seem like it has any magical qualities to it. Plus, it is so beat up. You said what?
Does it have any sheep shit on it?
Does it have any sheep shit on it?
Yeah.
Goodness gracious!
Hey, they get excited sometimes.
Wow. So yeah, unfortunately. You said what?
I said I might have mine somewhere on there.
Oh, gosh.
You mean sleep shit?
You're right. Yeah, sleep. Schwizard sleep. So you notice that the cloak is very battered, torn, and is not magical in any way. And there seems to be a small bump on where the headpiece would be. And as you lift this up, you do see a very small group of brown kind of droppings that are underneath it. Myra, what was your roll for your attack?
I got a 22 for Arcana and a 6 for the attack.
Okay, awesome. So you're actually able to fire off your firebolt as this brute is coming towards you, and you're able to do not 12 damage because you've caught him off guard. He does kind of stagger back as he pats out all the flames that are on him and takes a step off to the side and disappears for a brief second, but returns, this time with what looks to be like a very tall shield, almost the size of the door itself.
While she's doing that, can I pick up the bag?
Yeah. You go ahead. You pick up the bag. It is a rather small bag, but it seems like it has a little bit of weight to it.
Are me and boss laid out at the front yet?
You guys have at this point reached the front. I do want to ask what TJ would like to do because TJ and Bubba, they've been very patient with their turns. But yes, you are both at the front now. You are alongside of Myra, and Caitlin is close by. The Afriti has moved on to another apprentice and is working.
I'll wait for those two to take theirs before I start doing my thing with the fairy.
Yep. So I'll go ahead and I'll ask TJ what he would like to do. He's witnessed a whole lot of carnage at this point.
Is your brother?
Tells me TJ either doesn't know he's muted or has stepped out.
He might be
Is Timothy still powering?
Bubba, can you go check?
Timothy is awestruck by the attack strength and strategy that has happened in the past 10 minutes.
The glorious herd taking the revenge on these bastards.
He has actually taken one of the sheets that Kyla gave him, and on the back where there's open space started to jot down some very interesting little notes as if writing lyrics for a song.
TJ is currently in the utilities.
Oh, okay, got you. All right, in that case, then, what would you like to do, Bubba?
So, there's a couple things I would like to do. I'd like to yell at the Afridi to stop. Give me a second to explain more.
Okay, the Afridi stops in his tracks mid-swing.
That apprentice probably shit his pants.
The apprentice does use this opportunity to cast a restraint spell, and there are shackles that appear on the hands and feet of the Afriti.
Oh.
Dang it.
Well, he's strong, isn't he? He can break out of them, can't he?
They're magic.
No, he's massive.
Okay. So attack people like him, and that's it.
The Afridi looks back and goes, "I understand, Master. I will do my best." And turns and very quickly and very easily, mind you, breaks the arcane shackles from his hand and slices through the apprentice with ease. The two halves of the apprentice fall down onto the ground. The shackles on his ankles disappear due to the unfortunate passing of the apprentice that summoned them. And the Afriti goes, "Do you see more, Master?"
There's some on the towers.
"I cannot climb. Do you see my size?"
I don't currently see any more, but there might be more. Just keep exploring in the building.
"Sir, I cannot go in the building. I am too big for the door."
Can he break the door?
Can you break the
Crap.
door?
Crap.
For me to destroy this home.
Yes.
Yes.
Who are you and why are you telling me what to do?
She's a friend.
She said I'm your inner thoughts.
I am your
Break
conscience.
the door away.
I just imagine Boss Lady. I am your conscience. Don't mind the sheep on my back.
Hypothetical.
This is not the sleep you're looking for.
It's hypothetical.
The sheep is staring at this big behemoth with very interesting eyes.
And then after I say break it down, I'd like to pull out my staff and use the Water Guardian spell. Or the
Okay.
Guardians.
Okay, got you. All right, so go ahead and roll for Arcana.
Arcana.
Are you back, TJ?
If you're back, TJ, you're muted.
Hello?
Oh, hello.
Hello?
Ooh,
So what's going on? I just got back.
is a 16.
Carnage. A lot of carnage.
19.
Yeah. All right. So,
Is there any guards left?
Nah.
When you last remember.
sort of. So let me explain. All right. So, Bubba, you successfully cast your aquatic guardians and summon your 3 bunnies near you. What would you like to send them to do?
Loot the bodies.
It's like I'm not going near them. Just send the bunnies.
Because each one
Loot
can
the
grab
bunny.
things.
Okay.
Yes, they can grab things and bring them back to me.
Okay. All right. So the aquatic guardians they just kind of hop away and begin rummaging through the carnage that has conspired. TJ, what you have witnessed while behind this tree is you have witnessed 2 brutes come barreling through the front door, a sheep then emerging behind them and standing on top of them, baying rather loudly in different ways. After that, from the forest across the way, you see a hulking beast barrel down towards these two what looks to be a field on the other side of the home. A fire squirrel runs across the roof of the house in the same direction. And as that happens from behind you, you see Caitlin come in with a very swift and deliberate attack and get lodged. Her sword gets lodged into the back of the neck of the first brute. And then as she's trying to pull it out, the giant behemoth finally arrives and swipes his giant sword down. Caitlin is able to dive back or jump back and dodge this. A small conversation happens between the two to affirm that Caitlin is indeed a friend. The Ifriti, or the big behemoth, as you see it, finishes the 2 off, makes sure they're done, and then continues on to another apprentice, whom during his fight finds himself getting shackled. A moment and tells him to stop to give him further instructions, only to then break those chains and swiftly slash down his enemy. There is a lot of blood. There's a lot of carnage that has happened around you. Kyla has also flown down. In between the front. Oh, that as well. That is coming up. Kyla has also come down out of the tree above you, which you did not know she was in. She appears and takes on her human form to cast a firebolt into the house, and you hear the firebolt hit. And then as the firebolt hits, a small herd of sheep come around the corner from where you saw the sheep run off towards. And they have a very strong intent in their eyes. They are followed by who you know to be Nova, with the other sheep on her back as they make their way to the front door. And that is where you currently are at.
Okay, is there any guards that are left that are not being attacked by the Fury?
There is still
brilliant.
one guard that is on top of the towers, and currently, right now, the only apprentices that are alive
Can
are
I
on the
teleport?
backside.
Is it a short enough distance that I could teleport to them? Like the one on the tower.
If there's any guards inside, then teleport
So you
out.
could teleport inside if you wanted to. You could also teleport to the back. There
I can't
are two
teleport
guards
inside.
that
I
are
have
on
to
the
be
back.
able to see it.
Got you. In that case, you could teleport towards the back of the house and the complex to see if there's any there. I did also fail to mention that you noticed Clive come out of the tree line and run straight towards where the sheep's pen was, and then he kind of stood and held up a small sack.
Well, I know they were behind the building because of the fact that Kyla's map showed us that, and I was there.
Right, you do know that they are there, and that's you. If you want to, you could whoop over in that way.
I'll go for the one that's towards the bottom of the map.
Okay.
So the one that's on the like southwestern.
The furthest left one.
Yeah.
Okay, got you. So you do a quick teleport, and you find yourself behind this apprentice, and go ahead and make. Actually, you know what? What are you looking to do now that you're behind him?
Give me 1 second. I gotta double check something before I completely destroy myself.
You got this, DJ.
Can I take my chain whip and my whip and just like wrap
What are you
the
planning on
whip
doing?
around?
He's taking him to his own dungeon.
I would like to like wrap my whip around his throat with my left hand, and then like take the chain whip and just kind of go for his neck with it, with the blade.
So you're trying to cut his head off or slit his throat.
I'm trying to strangle / decapitate this man.
Okay.
All right.
Go ahead and roll for dexterity, and then we'll roll for.
I think.
Well, performance is charisma. So unfortunately, he's not acting this.
19 plus what? You said just my dexterity?
Yeah. Huh?
Yeah, I always try to make him just go unconscious instead of just decapitating him.
24? Yeah, 19 plus 5 is 24, right?
You said 19 plus 5?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 24. Yeah. Yep. All right. Go ahead and roll your hit dice.
Hold up. I gotta bring up the chain whip because apparently I never added my hit dice to that.
Okay.
To my sheet.
Okay.
Can I start talking to Miss Kyla now as he's figuring it out?
While he's figuring that, yes. You got it?
Yeah, I'm waiting for it to open. My internet's not doing the greatest. Oh, it's a D8?
Okay.
Which one's the D8? Is that the diamond?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, it looks like
D8's D8.
I got a 5.
Okay. So you teleport behind this apprentice, very quickly whip with your left hand, just a regular old whip. It wraps around the throat, and with your right arm, you swing your chain dagger, and it lodges itself in between your whip, and only cuts half of this man's head off.
He's nearly headless, Nick.
I'm pretty sure he's still dead.
He does fall to his knees,
I know anatomy. That man is dead.
and you're a sheep. Relax. Anyways,
You only know.
We
Oh,
threw realism out the window when we turned you into a sheep. Let's be honest.
They threw realism out of the fucking house when I'm an undead person, still walking, still thinking, still have a conscience.
they threw
Now my
realism
brain was
out
down.
the window when they made D&D, just straight up.
True.
Anyways,
Pretty much.
yeah. So he falls to his knees, and then with falling to his knees, he falls forward. With your whip around his neck and your chain lodged in his neck as well, this fall actually pulls you towards him. And you find that, very surprisingly, you get knocked off of your feet and find yourself landing on top of him.
At least take him out to dinner first, TJ. Shit.
Can I like let go of the whip and just like finish off his head with my daggers? To where I don't have to worry about untangling it. I just kind of cut the rest of his head off.
Yeah, so you go ahead and since you're so close to it, you just take your hand and grab the head of your dagger and just kind of saw through the rest of his neck and pop the head all the way off, and blood sprays everywhere.
At least I don't smell like glue juice anymore.
Yeah,
Traumatized us.
yeah. All right. While this is happening, Joey, you said you wanted to talk to Myra?
Yes. Hey. Fairy, I got a very important question to ask you.
Hurry.
You still have that monocle with you that we got the Bollywood cat.
Yes.
Okay, I'm coming with you, and you are using that to help me find this damn Schwizard. And I am
Okay.
putting an end to this once and for all.
Okay, but there's currently an enemy in front of us, so we need to deal with him first.
And with that,
I'm pretty sure that I'm pretty sure the barreling behemoth that that rabbit released is gonna take care of him before we even have a chance to.
He's right in front of us.
please make a Constitution saving throw, both Joey and Myra.
What about me? I'm carrying.
Oh, and you, yes, because he is still on your back talking to her.
Joey,
Constitution saving throw, huh?
Yes.
I got a 3
no.
plus 2. I got a 5.
Ooh, luck is on my side today. That is an 18 plus 5.
Bless your heart. You want to share some luck?
Right.
Sure. You gotta touch my horns to do that.
I got a 7.
I don't make the rules. I just.
Okay. You got a 5?
I got a 5.
Boss Lady and Myra, please roll a d6.
My very first attack on me.
I got a 5.
You said a
D6.
what?
7?
D6.
Health in a dream? About to have 2 health in a dream?
Well, you've already taken 1.
How did you take
1 health in a
Wait,
dream?
how did you take 7? How did you take 7 damage from a D6?
No. She has 7 health in total,
in a dream.
and she rolled a 5. So, all right.
And I got hit by you earlier when you jumped on me, so that was 1 hit point. And I just rolled a 5, so now I've got 1 health in a fucking dream.
All right. Hold on.
You better start chugging them health potions you got now.
Not guaranteed.
What does the freeze-dried papaya? What's that healing look like? How much health does that give me? Because I got that
Can I
still.
stuff the bag that I have in my hand in my bag and run over to them and pull out one of my successful health potions?
You can indeed, yes.
We gotta establish.
You
what
can indeed.
happened.
Myra, what was your yours was what was your D6?
Oh, a D6. Okay.
Yeah.
I told you it was a D.
It's okay.
Well,
Go on.
I was just helping you confirm it was a D6.
I got a 2.
A 2. All right. So, interestingly enough, while Malthiel begins this conversation, about midway through, the brute that was inside just barrels down and barrels himself outside. He pushes Myra back a little bit. She takes 2 damage. Unfortunately, with how bent over Boss Lady is due to having a sheep on her back, as the brute comes barreling through, the shield he's holding hits her in the head, and she takes 5 damage.
I'm down to 1.
And is actually spun around and knocked unconscious onto the ground. And Malthiel quickly jumps off and regains
Can I give her one of my potions?
I was doing it. I'm already doing it.
Yeah, Clive comes over very quickly about as this happens, just about as she hits the ground. And do you both want to give her potions?
No, he can go ahead.
That'd probably kill me.
No, it's okay. No, it's okay. I check my own. All right. So, Clive, you hand her one of your potions. So she is currently unconscious. Do you want?
I don't hand it to her. I go and pour it down her throat.
Okay, you pour it down her throat. Perfect. So we'll go ahead and we're gonna roll a D8.
Am I rolling the D8?
No, because he's the one feeding you. You just sit unconscious. Yeah, there you go. Hold on.
Cray, I have a question for you since I'm kind of
Yep.
Right there in the front courtyard.
Yep.
Caitlin's first reaction would be to go ahead and attack this enemy that has now burst out of nowhere. Because of the situation that Lady is currently in. What is your opinion on a transformation at this point, or do you think that?
Do you consider Boss Lady to be a close enough friend to trigger it?
I've given you money.
I've changed for that.
I've changed you. She's giving me money, and we've sort of fought together.
I cheered you on at the tournament.
Yes, she did cheer me on at the tournament.
Everybody in Namakop would be our friend if we went with that.
So
I mean, she was the one.
Decision up to you, Cray, because I'm kind of on the fence about it.
Coin flip.
Well,
coin flip.
That's the reason why I asked. Is do you consider Caitlin to have been around and interacted with Nova to a point where she would feel or consider Nova a friend, and therefore this trigger and this attack would spark something inside of her? Or do you feel that she, although she knows of Nova and slightly, has interacted with her a little bit, still does not have that connection like she does with Sir Roderick or with Kyla or Malthiel?
Well, she has paid me money, and she's made me laugh a few times. So I would say that it's at least close enough that it would enrage her. So potentially, yeah, we could go ahead with this.
As long as you don't kill the Schwizard, the thing I need, one person, this entire place I need alive, I don't give a shit.
Well, as long as he's not within the radius of me, like a 50-yard radius or something, any enemies within a 50-yard radius are within my perception.
Well, I mean, if you kill the Schwizard before I can get turned back to normal, this entire thing was for nothing.
Boss Lady.
Yeah.
So I successfully got the potion down, all right?
This entire thing would be for nothing, Wimpy, if you kill him before I get the chance.
I no longer
I got
have
you.
any
Hold on.
control now, man. I don't
Okay.
know.
I got you. So, all right. So, Clive's potion is successful and actually revives and heals Boss Lady by 6, which actually, with her 1 HP, brings her all the way back up to full HP. So she sits back up and quickly asks, "What hit me?"
What hit me?
Right.
Big.
Should I go ahead and just
Byron.
roll a perception check to see if I notice that she's okay before this transformation happens?
Big.
Because I'd really rather not pass out and miss the rest of the fight.
Pilot,
Mm.
quickly.
Unfortunately, per our previous discussion of whether or not this would trigger,
Oh god.
Triggers anyway.
Saw me get knocked out.
Because I was hoping you would say no.
Technically,
That's why I don't.
Wimpy, you saw me get knocked out, but I stood back up. So technically, it still would have happened.
That
So-
might have been when I was letting the cat in.
so
Oh,
yeah,
dear
hold
Lord.
on. Let me finish with Clive, and then we'll slide over to what's happening here. Because,
Oh god.
so Clive revives Boss Lady, and Boss Lady sits up and goes, "What hit me?" What's your response?
Big brute man.
How rude.
He is.
He is standing right in front of you. Oh,
Can
let
I
me.
uppercut him with my brass knuckles?
You're currently sitting in the ground, ma'am.
Can I stand up
I'd like to run over and
and uppercut him with my brass knuckles?
By the way, this is the guy you guys are fighting.
Wait, you trying to uppercut the brute or me?
And this other dude took out 2 of them with 1 sword? Wow.
Yeah, they were both laying down.
What the fuck?
Roderick, come over and jump over him and kick him in the back.
I want to uppercut him in the dick.
Who?
You can reach that.
I want to
That's a
uppercut him in the dick.
He does have the shield.
Can I urge Kyla to get this damn monocle out of her bag so we can get this over with?
I can do it.
You can, yes.
Quinn.
You can quickly urge her. She is still currently facing right in front of her a door-like shield with a brute behind it.
Can
So
run over,
yeah.
jump behind, and kick him?
I thought you said that I thought you said she pushed her out of the way the other way, not the way he's currently running.
I said he pushed her back.
Oh my fucking. See, this is the
No.
problem with everyone talking. I can't hear you clearly.
Can I kick him in the dick now?
Yes. Are you kicking him or punching him now?
I'm punching him. I was using.
Are you
a plan.
fondling at all?
No.
Okay, good.
It's not my type.
Obviously. I don't know. I kind of haven't thought that one. Anyways.
Dwarven bards are your type, huh?
Yes. Yes. So, anyways, here is what has happened, and here's what is conspiring. Roll a d20 and apply your strength.
Ooh, 16
Okay.
plus.
You're so cute. I love you.
Who is she
Ah,
uppercutting?
thank you.
Where's
Oh, I thought she was uppercutting me in the dick. I was like, what? Why?
No.
No.
Where's strength? I see saving. Charisma, wisdom, intelligence,
Sorry, I was
constitution.
talking to the cat.
That's why I didn't say anything. So 18.
It's calibrating.
Yeah, it was taking a while to calibrate. All
18.
right, so an 18.
Yeah.
So go ahead and roll your hit dice.
Is that the
Your unarmed hit. Well, you're hitting your D8 because you're using your knuckles.
Yeah. 7.
7.
Clive, do you want to get in on this?
Hell yes.
All right.
I have much more important matters with this fairy. That's, you know.
Can't go
Can we
to the guy in front of us.
Yeah, so we're gonna establish what Clive does, and then we can we'll move forward because we also have what's happening to Wimpy. She's going through puberty. So
Cool. That's a good way to put it.
yeah. All right. So you're rolling. Are you attacking with your daggers,
What are you talking about?
Clive? How do you want to attack? How are you getting in on this?
I am, I guess, pulling out my, both my non-poison daggers.
Okay, and just attacking straight.
And just attack straight, because if I hit the shield, there's no point in blunting my poison dagger.
Very, very, very good point. Very good point. Okay. So you are able to, alongside of Boss Lady, you are able to go after the backs of the knees. And in doing this, you are able to both deal, you said, how much was it?
I rolled a 7.
A 7. You guys both land and deal 13. I'm sorry, I apologize.
14.
12 damage
12 damage.
to this brute. And with your slices to the backs of the knee, this brute falls down onto both of his knees and is currently immobile and is holding himself up with the arm that is connected to the shield. And he does let out a very strong roar.
And can we roll?
Mm-hmm.
Can we roll
What
to
do
see
we roll?
if I can go ahead and stab him in the back of the neck, finishing him off, or at least doing enough damage to...
I
You
was
might
willing
wanna
to
slit
run
his
up
throat.
and jump over him and kick him in the back of the head.
That works too.
Okay. So Bubba, go ahead and roll for athletics.
Stealing my thunder.
Well,
Hey,
it depends
it's a
on
group effort.
depends on who gets there first.
That's true.
13 plus... Gotta get to this. It's a 16 total.
16 in total. Let's see here. So go ahead and roll. What's the attack dice on your feet since you don't like to use weapons of any sort?
D6 plus 6. Actually, I'll use my Keyblade. Why not? I haven't used it yet. Use my Keyblade.
Okay. So what's the hit dice on your Keyblade?
It is a D10 plus 1.
Sounds like way better than your feet.
No, because my feet are a D6 plus 6. 9 plus 1, so 10 damage.
Okay, got you. All right. And let's see. Then Clive, you're able to get mostly up onto his back, and you're able to dig the daggers into his shoulder blades just beneath the neck. He lets out a very strong roar, and as he does that, he does kind of lean back a little bit. And the Keyblade from Sir Roderick just comes screaming behind his head and through the neck entirely, through the bone, dealing 10 more damage. The head flies off, and the hulking beast falls forward into his shield. Myra, please make a acrobatics check for me. While this is happening, nobody has noticed, but from the nearby or over by the nearby tree, Caitlin has dropped to her knees after seeing Nova get smacked in the head and fall to the ground. Her hands are on her head and she's tossing and turning, and all the bones and muscles in her arms and shoulders begin to grow. Her legs begin to grow, and she morphs into a demonesque figure. and has now lost control and only sees red. She's looking nearby enemies and notices the enemy on top of the tower. Go ahead and make a athletics check for me, as well as a dexterity.
Okay.
I got a
Athletics.
21, by the way.
You said you got a what?
15.
21.
A 21?
15
Very nice.
plus 7.
I
Hold on.
just hope
What did
I'm
Myra
not-
get? What did Myra get?
20.
A 21.
Perfect. Okay, so you're actually, as this guy falls forward, you're able to jump off to the side and avoid all damage of him falling on top of you. So he is now on top, or he's just behind the other two big beasts and brutes that have been killed and decapitated. Caitlin, what is your role, or Wimpy?
I got a 22 for athletics in total, and for my dexterity, I've got a 17 in total.
A 17? Okay. Go ahead and let's roll a... Let's roll a D8.
A D8. Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That would be this one. Brink. And that is a 6.
Okay. So with that, the now transformed Caitlin locks on to this apprentice on top of the tower, notices that the brutes that are now on the ground in front of her have weapons on them. She, in her rage, walks over and grabs one of these big axes, rears back, and throws it at the apprentice on top of the tower. The axe, flipping through the air, lands in between the eyes of the apprentice with his hands up, projecting arcane energy and holding the barrier where it currently is. The power of the throw knocks him back, and he is lost from vision from anyone. But the dome that almost was put up slowly dissipates, the arcane energy disappears, and the alarm now becomes quiet. There is a eeriness that now fills the area as the sounds of battle are replaced with dead silence. What would anyone like to do?
Can I go into the bag? Can I go grab that little small bag I put in my storage bag? Can I pick that out real quick and open it?
Yeah, you're more than welcome to.
Can I take
I'd
this
like
shield?
to go ahead and take my monocle out and start searching the tower to see if I can find the wizard.
Okay, got you. Myra, go ahead and do an investigation check. And Clive, you pull out the small bag that you picked up, open it up, and you are able to find yourself actually 10 gold pieces and what looks to be a very small rectangular stone with a very odd figure on it.
Can I roll
Or
an
an odd shape is
investigation
probably
or
the best way to say that. Yep, you can roll investigation.
Investigation, yeah. Investigation or perception, one of the two on it.
Investigation.
Okay, investigation then on it.
And let's see, your investigation is going to be, it's a +2. I rolled a 5, so you got a 7. The tile looks important, but you don't recognize it from anything you've experienced in your travels.
Can I ask Nova if she knows anything about it? Since
You
she's
can.
lost.
You can indeed.
I got a 17.
17. Okay. Yeah. So you go ahead and roll for investigation.
I have 15.
Okay, Myra. As you put the monocle on, you do notice that all around you becomes very transparent, and you are able to look around and search both underneath you, around you, above you, and interestingly enough, you are able to, when looking down towards the ground, a rather secluded cavern with a small cave or tunnel type of structure that leads up to the house that is in front of you, but it does not show an entrance. What did you roll?
15.
A 15?
Yeah.
So you're able to identify this tile
Mm-hmm.
as a very classic game piece that is used in a rather popular game of the era that you're in, and they call it Zhangma.
Ah, yes, this is a game piece from the popular board game Zhangma.
I'll repeat that word for word.
Is it useful for anything right now? Do you have any idea?
It could possibly be used to, like, maybe fit like a lock or a key or a dungeon master. What is it used for?
Nothing. It's just a game piece.
Or it's just a game piece. I'll put it in your inventory and let's see if we can use it later. Worst case scenario, you throw it at an enemy as a distraction, or if you throw it hard enough, you might knock them out. Who knows?
Yeah, Assassin's Creed style. Throw a stone. What
I'd like
was
to
that?
pick up my
Exactly.
aquatic guardians when I get a chance.
You like to pick up what, Bubba?
My aquatic guardians that are looting.
Okay. All right. Do you call them back to you, or
Yeah,
do you
call 'em
just
back
walk
to me.
around and pick them up? Because they are water.
Yeah, call them back to me.
Okay, and how did that go?
Come here. I guess I just slam the staff on the ground, see if I guess summon them back.
Gimme.
Okay. So Sir Roderick slams his staff down onto the ground. I will say that this does slightly startle those around him. So Joey, Kyla, and Wimpy, as well as well, actually no, not Evan. Evan's not nearby. But yeah.
We should probably switch that into.
Mm-hmm.
Do me.
Do you all have any reaction to him slamming this staff down?
I just
None.
kind of glare at him.
I don't have any reaction.
I'm just gonna stare at him and go.
Light work, no reaction.
I enjoy the fact that both you and Mara had the same reaction to just glare at him.
Don't forget there's the ally buff when
True,
Melee
yeah.
is transformed too.
Yeah, this is a good point. What was the remind me on that buff again?
Actually, I have to look back in our DMs. I don't remember.
Okay,
I'm
that's fine.
pretty sure
We'll
what
get it
it
figured out.
is it essentially like gives them courage, like fighting spirit, I think is what it's called.
Yeah, I think it gives them advantage, is what it is.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
still like how Wimpy decides to transform into a demon, even though there's a whole herd of sheep that will later turn back into a demon hunter.
Potentially.
She might be passed out by then, though, and back to her normal form.
Potentially.
They're still gonna sense the demonic energy in her, and and they're not like me. They're not
Did you
gonna.
already mark her though?
She might have plot armor. We don't
No,
know.
I didn't. I haven't marked her yet, Quinn. She didn't let me.
This is a good point. It's a good point.
You're a fool, Wimpy.
Well, you
Why?
were supposed to like come adventuring with me, but that didn't happen.
And when I went adventuring, you see what happens when I go out and adventure. This shit happens.
Yeah, you get fucking jumped on and then knocked the fuck out.
No, you got turned into a sheep. Anyways, so while these conversations happen and the group kind of congregates in the beginning, Bubbles Aquatic Guardians
Wait a
do
minute.
begin to return.
Wait a minute. Wait a second. Big brain move. This is why I decided to reconnaissance the area. Can I tell Wimpy about the time where that big brute guy like moved the painting in one of the towers and it opened up?
Well, I was gonna say, shouldn't we all gather together and then you give her the intel of what the layout is on the inside, so that way
That's
she
what
can
I kinda
translate
just
to us, other than just the painting.
So yes to both of those. But before that happens, Evan is out back of the building and has just decapitated his first enemy. So what would you like to do, Evan or TJ?
Get the champagne.
Popping
His first kill.
Did TJ step out again? Or is he not know he's muted?
He
Oh, no,
said,
you're good.
he said he's
All right, so you've just decapitated your first enemy. What would you like to do?
I would like to throw my hands up in triumph.
Celebration.
You successfully do that. And in the process, you do throw your whip as well.
I'm not holding my whip. I would throw my knife.
Okay.
I never had my whip yet.
Well, you had your weapon in left hand.
No, he let go of it when he.
Okay.
To where I could
Okay.
decapitate the-
Okay, well, in that case, you throw your knife,
You lost your knife.
which is now a part to the chain, and the whole chain dagger goes flying.
No, my actual knife. I have 2 daggers, and then I have my chain whip and my whip.
Well, also he has a lightsaber that he doesn't know it's a lightsaber yet.
He doesn't know how to
That's a
use
relic.
it.
That's a relic.
It's a
Can
relic.
I roll to have the dagger that flew out of my hand just like hit an enemy? Is that a thing?
There's none more alive. I'm pretty sure. Everything's dead.
Sure. Go ahead.
There's some behind the building.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? We're gonna use my chance dice. Where is it?
Macaroons expires in March of next year.
Goodness gracious.
There they are.
There's some strong macaroons. You sure you want to eat them?
Could
Well,
maybe
that's-
go ahead and you could throw it and it goes in.
Any advantage? I mean, any.
No, you don't get any
Okay.
advantage. This is
Okay.
literally just you're
got a
taking a shot in the
16.
dark. A 16?
Yes.
What's the damage dice on your dagger?
It's just a normal dagger, so I think it's a D4.
Let's see. You want to confirm it?
Yeah, let me look. DnD.
It's always good to confirm it before you tell the DM what dice you think it is, because I might just say use a D4.
Yeah, it's a D4. I was pretty sure it was just a D4. And it can't go any farther than 20 to 60. I don't know what that means.
Probably like
Probably 60 to
You could.
foot.
You could
26
roll to have it accidentally hit someone.
Potentially. So, but anyways, all right. So you kind of go woo, and as you do that, you throw the knife accidentally. The knife actually goes flying back and lands. And
I need to roll.
how much damage did you end up doing? Go ahead and roll your damage dice.
4. I am really hoping this didn't hit someone.
It actually flies back and hits a very, very defensive apprentice who happens to be staring the opposite direction, in the back shoulder blade.
Ooh.
And he whips around. And now I will ask you to make a dexterity saving throw.
I'm not
Gonna
gonna
grab
lie.
the Evan dice.
I was fully prepared for you to say that it hit some poor defenseless sheep in the front yard.
I got the poor defenseless
Hey.
stinking gremlin.
Nom, nom.
I got a 10.
Okay. Let's see here.
Failed.
All right. So he whips around and is very prepared, with a spell already ready to go. And with his staff, he kind of gives a little whip and points it in your direction, and a pink missile comes out of the tip of the staff, flying straight at you, faster than you're able to react to.
Evasive teleport.
You
Faster than
failed the
what-
saving throw, so there is no
See it.
teleporting.
There is no saving throw for projectiles.
You don't see it.
I teleport right before it touches me.
You take 2 damage.
But
The DM
he
is fucked.
legitimately said do a dexterity saving throw, and you failed the saving throw, so there is no teleporting.
You should have said that before.
Because I can't tell if it's a projectile or not coming at me before he tells me.
You should ask the question.
Well, 2 damage.
2 damage is what you have taken. And as that damage is taken, then you teleport away to a nearby behind a tree.
Whenever
And actually,
it comes in contact with
it's the
water
same
or is
tree that
targeted
you
for ranged
originally
attack,
were
the Enderman can
behind.
teleport along with any equipment it is wearing or carrying
Yeah,
to an
of course.
unoccupied space
You
it can
have
see
to
within
know it's
20 feet
coming
of
for
itself.
you.
No action required. If this effect is triggered by a ranged attack, the Enderman teleports just before the attack can hit.
You didn't know it was a
the
projectile.
attack.
You didn't ask questions.
You didn't see
I
it.
don't have to know it.
Yeah, you
Causing
do.
the
have to
attack
know
to
it's
miss it.
coming at
This
you.
trait is
What it-
suppressed while Enderman has the incapacitated condition. It's on my sheet.
Then when you fail the dexterity saving throw, for a second you go incapacitated, allowing the projectile to hit you.
So TJ, here's what happened. You did not roll high enough to dodge the missile.
I
Okay?
known it was a projectile, I wouldn't have even had to roll.
Unfortunately, this is D&D, my guy. This is D&D. You're not going to be able to avoid all types of damage.
It's only projectile. It has to be projectile, but a missile is a projectile.
Right, but you
Well,
failed
maybe next
the
time
saving
you'll
throw.
ask if it's a projectile.
And if it's behind you, you'd have to know that it's coming at you for you to use the evasive teleport.
It's coming from behind you. You don't even know that you've hit this guy. So unless you have spider sense and it's tingling, unfortunately, you
Well,
have
it depends
taken
on the idea
2
of an Enderman without even looking at you, just teleports when it gets shot at by a bow or something. So
Well, that's coding.
That's Minecraft. This is not Minecraft. This is D&D.
So you've taken 2 damage. If I'm not mistaken, you have quite a bit more. So you'll be okay. You also have friends nearby that can give you health potions.
He also has 2 potions that I gave him.
That as well. So your teleport that happens shortly after does land you behind the same tree that you originally came behind that's now in the front yard. And everybody else is in the front yard. What would you like to do at this point?
Come back to the group.
I like to end my turn.
Okay. So with that, then, the rest of the group, it's opened back up to again.
What did I get? What did they loot? Really quick.
Can I like arch the ferry over to this tower that I've seen, this painting.
Yeah, you'll have to bring her inside. So you can move your way in there. Bubba, go ahead and roll 3d20s.
3d20s.
Hey, Caitlin. What the fuck? Caitlin, Kyla,
That
follow
is
me.
not a d20. That is a d10.
Alright.
I lead Kyla over to the painting in the tower.
Okay. As you lead her through the tower, what exactly? How do you describe this to her?
While I was waiting for you guys, I got impatient, so I kind of did some snooping. And I don't know how he did it, but I seen one of those big brute guys do something to this painting on the wall right here, and I heard a loud sound as something opened. No, I don't know how he did it because I was too busy hiding from my poor sheep life. But he did something to this painting. He moved it somehow. So you're gonna have to move this painting, and maybe that will lead us to where the wizard is. Because you've seen where he is. I don't know where he is. But maybe this will lead to the passage that leads us to it. Because I've been through this entire castle so far as I've known. And I haven't seen anything else other than this. That lead, because down the hall leads to the kitchens. There's no door that leading out of the kitchens to a different room. Below the tower, and the door in the tower we're very in is the basement, and that other tower over there leads up to the guard tower that I was caught in. But yeah, this is our best bet if we're finding this wizard.
Alright.
Is this painting. So
Can I do an investigation check on
Yeah.
I got 12, 17, and a 19.
Roll 17 and 19. Okay. All right. So, Bubba, one of the guardians comes back with a rather bizarre looking lantern. It is called the Bullseye Lantern. The other one comes back with a very small bag, kind of like a little satchel. And when you open that satchel, it contains 15 gold. The third guardian, unfortunately, brings back a kitchen spoon.
Yeah, I knew.
where's the gremlins in all of this?
They were outside the barrier.
Well, you all didn't really give them any instructions, so they're
Well, I was too
I have
busy
time
fighting
to.
for my life in that stairway.
I forgot we had the gremlins. I didn't get them gremlins, so they weren't mine to control.
Well,
I was too busy fighting for my life in the stairway and then dodging three
I was
huge
trying to get left behind.
behemoths.
my plan was to come back and give the information and then direct everybody, but
Well,
somebody
Wimpy
decided
turned,
to go ring.
Wimpy blew that.
Wimpy blew every chance of stealth out of the water the second they shot an arrow.
If you're gonna shoot someone, at least shoot him in the head, am I right?
Well, I mean, they're in a tower. You're not gonna have precise aim when you're aiming up at someone.
Yeah, sorry.
It's all about
Ninja
height.
style. Come on.
Caitlin's usually much more cautious, so that was kind of out of character for her.
It's called the high ground advantage for a reason, Quinn. It's not easy to shoot up at someone. It's easier to shoot down at someone.
Screw Obi-Wan Kenobi's words.
Well, I mean,
I got a
Anakin still
17,
got
by the
my
way.
own.
I mean, you
Okay,
saw
17.
what she did before.
Are you looking through the monocle, Myra, or no?
Stealthy, we're trying to be loud. She hits directly between
Yeah,
the
Myra,
eyes.
are you using the monocle on this painting?
Something tells me I should.
All right, then do it.
Okay.
All right. She said something tells me I should. Looks down at the sheep. Anyways, so you hold the monocle up to your eye, and you look, and it's not actually a painting that he's guided you to. It's just a regular wall sconce. But you are able to notice that behind the sconce there is a small metal arc piece, as if it could be pulled or interacted with in some way. Outside of that, you do notice that the tower that is just to the right of where this is does seem to have some gears on it that are just below where the floorboards are, and seem as if it could turn one way or the other. You do also notice, in looking kind of around the room, you do notice that there is another wall sconce that has this same structure going back into the wall on the opposite side, over by another door.
That's all I know. I just seen this big guy do something with this. That's it.
Well, interesting enough, this isn't the only one that can be messed with, so perhaps
Well,
we
maybe.
should get the team and split into teams.
Well, I mean, maybe you pull this one, then you pull the other one, and we go from there. Because right now that demon is out of her fucking mind. The other one is currently been bashed with a shield after having my fat ass jump on her back.
What's Sir Roderick done?
The other one is currently, I don't know where the fucking rabbit is. I haven't
I was
seen
in
it.
between I was at the doorway.
I'm too busy with my current explanations to notice you, so you are irrelevant to my explanations.
You had to walk
I'm gonna be
past
honest.
me to get into the building.
I'm gonna be honest.
You thought you were a statue.
Actually, can I be
He was
100%
too
honest,
focused.
Bubba? Bubba, can I be 100% honest with you? I did not know you were there.
That's
I
fine. I'm
honestly
just
did not.
saying.
Was
I'm
not paying
being
Yeah,
honest.
attention.
I was standing
he's
at
there.
the doorway. I jumped over the dude to slice his
I
head.
was not. I was not paying attention to anything that's going on.
Okay,
Again,
I'm gonna try to pull the sconce.
Okay. Roll a d20 for me. While you do that, Clive, is there anything that you want to do? Or Quinn, is there anything that you would like to do? You may have to leave and rejoin. I think your Discord may be broken, or you're not talking loud enough.
The Schwizard with his microphone.
Yeah,
He-
the Schwizard took his microphone.
He
as
took
well.
one of the mints. Who gave him a mint?
Caitlin.
It might be late for him.
Oh.
It's not my fault.
Or no, it's only. Might be.
What do you want to do?
I'm gonna roll for perception to see if I can take Fuckface's shield.
Is it just me or can I just not
By
hear
all
him?
means.
I see his color.
I can see his mic working. Yeah, but I can't hear him.
16.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Schwizard took off with the microphone.
Hold on, Trey. Can I go run and get Bubba since
Oh, your
he's
strength.
legitimately in the doorway and
Find my strength.
ask him if he can't help Myra with the paintings?
Strength is a +2. So
Yeah, that's fine. You can go do that. So you head on over there and you ask Sir Roderick for some assistance.
18.
So Roderick, she used her monocle. She saw some gears behind these paintings in this room. She saw two. She's currently pulling one. Do you want to pull the other? Because I'm going to be honest, I've been through this entire castle. These are the only two things I know that were out of place that opened something up, because down that hallway, down to your right, is a kitchen, and there's nothing after that.
All right, I will, because I see
This is
that
the
you
best
don't
show we
have
get.
the hands to do it.
Hey,
All right. So
fair
Sir
enough.
Roderick enters into the the main room and walks over to the other wall sconce. Miss Myra, you've already pulled the first one?
Yeah.
Okay. So as you pull that one, you hear a loud and you notice that the tower that is to your right begins to turn. And the stairs that you are seeing currently that go down shift and reveal a different doorway. This one goes into what looks to be like a library or a study. And there are many books that are lining the walls of this area. It almost looks as if it's a portal.
Maybe you use your monocle on that to see if that's where we
Did
go.
you just say there's 2 openings now or 1?
So there's 2 openings. So let me send you what I sent.
I was trying to understand what you were saying, but I kind of got lost on.
You're good. You're good. I'm gonna put in the adventure journal what I don't want that. I want the image. What I sent Joey. So now that you guys are able to see the layout, this is what the layout is.
It's not very.
Yeah, it's very basic. The far right area, that's the outside pen for like the sheep and all that. So just the inner area with the 2 towers, that's where you guys are currently are. Myra's on the right side, and Bubba, you would be over towards the left side.
To say what we're looking at are these 2 little things with like the things sticking out the outside on the back of the wall, or
Yep.
No,
no?
Those are top.
no. The wall sconces are closer over towards the door.
Okay.
Like towards the towers. Those things there, those are 2 fireplaces.
All right.
All right.
Hey, Kyla, maybe you should use your monocle to see if this library is where we go to get to the Schwizard.
I'll do a perception check.
I'd like to.
Okay.
And also
Investigation.
Maybe if it. In this case, it could be either one. Honestly,
We'll do investigations instead because you guys are investigating with stuff, devices. While that's going on, Wimpy, who is absolutely enraged at the sight of her friend being beaten very roughly and rudely, she, after standing there looking for enemies to fight, hears the magic missile get launched towards something. This triggers her, and she instantly begins running towards where she heard the missile sound come from. Wimpy, go ahead and roll and apply strength as you come around the corner to see this little tiny. Well, you don't see it because you're unconscious. Realistically, you're just rage mode. But this apprentice gets confronted after shooting a magic missile at what seemed to be a rather small individual. Is now being faced with an extremely large demonic figure.
And 19, and my strength is, hold up. My strength bonus is a +5. Unless it's a saving throw, then it's a +7.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, so +5.
So 22 in total. What else am I rolling?
22. Okay, awesome, great. Go ahead and roll your hit dice.
Okay. That would be. At this point, I'd essentially be using like claws, essentially. So it'd be like kind of like the same as dual swords. So double d6s. That's a 5.
Okay.
And that's 2 5s in a row.
Okay, got you. All right, so this apprentice is kind of struck with fear as he sees this demonic figure just barreling down at him, just kind of claws out, just and is unable to do anything. He's able to kind of start and begin to cast a spell to try and protect himself, but unfortunately you reach him before that's able to happen, and you absolutely just with 2 swipes of your claws put very, very strong and deep gashes across both his body and his head, and he just kind of falls down to the ground. It did. You do also notice, you do also notice further on past this one that there is another apprentice that seems to be unaware of where the attackers came from. Do you want to just run after this one and attack it in the same manner?
Yeah, I mean, full rage mode. Anywhere that I sense there to be enemies is where I'm gonna end up going.
Okay, gotcha. All right, so you go ahead and take off after this one as well. As the sounds of the slashing and the foot stomps are heard, this one actually turns around to face you and is able to cast a spell of protection, providing arcane energy.
Sorry, it was a real I was not expecting.
An armor of arcane energy over their bodies. Go ahead and apply your strength and do a strength check.
All right. 8 plus 5, so 13. Not my best strength check.
The strength check, let's see. So you come hulking in at this apprentice, and you take a swipe in the same manner that you did on the previous one. But this one, instead of sliding through the body, is actually met by the armor of the apprentice, and you actually slide him across the ground as you continue to try and attack, and your slashes unfortunately are being met with very strong resistance. You're unable to do any damage to this one, at least currently.
Fun.
Always. Would you like to try and make another strength check?
Sure. As
Okay.
long as I've still got the actions for it.
Yep.
That
And
was a 19. So that'll be a 24.
24. All right. All right. So as you're slashing away, your rage is starting to build. You can't get through this armor, and then you notice, even in your blind rage, that there is no protection on the legs. That it's all upper body, and that this apprentice has forgot to focus, or has entirely focused on what he feels is going to be the spot in the area to be attacked. You very quickly, with a left swipe, hit him one more time up on the upper half, but with the left one, you bring it lower, and you almost kind of scissor him into your other hand and actually gash and slice his legs off. As you do this, his body falls down, and the arcane armor that once protected him now fades away as his concentration is broken. You make one more fell swoop with the left claw, and across the face you go. The final apprentice outside has now been killed. With this, you sense no more danger on the outside, and your form begins to shift back into its normal state. And you find yourself in the fetal position on the ground, unconscious.
With 1 hit point.
With 1 hit point. Okay. So with that, I do want to turn back over to Evan. Is there anything that you would like to do at this point in time? You've seen a few people go into the building, or into the complex.
I don't really know.
Okay.
Do you want to go talk?
Do you want to talk to anyone? Clive is still outside currently.
I'm still outside.
Nova is currently still outside.
Wimpy's past the fuck out.
Wimpy
Can
just
I
ran
go
past
on
you.
top of a tower? Do I
Sure.
have the ability to do that?
Yeah. So you're able to. Do you want to go on top of the left tower or the right tower?
It would have to be the left tower because I'm pretty sure the other one's too far for me to teleport.
Okay, got you. So you go ahead and you whoop on top of the left tower, and you are able to see the battlefield in all of its glory and carnage. Go ahead and make a perception check. Did you just roll like 300 dice?
No, I had to get my dice. I have them all stacked on top of each other.
Oh,
Perception?
yeah.
16 plus 1? Yeah, 16 plus 1, so 17.
Okay. So as you whoop on top, you're actually able to witness the last moments of the battle between the demon and the apprentice. You see the transformation from the big demon down to who you know to be Caitlin. And is there anything that you would like to do with this information?
Is Caitlin awake or is she like...
She's past the
She
fuck out.
it looks to be laying down on the ground, kind of
Is anyone
curled up.
close enough to help her?
If you wanted to, you could.
Okay, so nobody else has gotten to her yet.
No.
Correct. No. Nobody has gotten to her, and ultimately, currently, you're the only one that knows what has happened to her.
Okay, I would like to teleport down to Caitlin and kind of try to get her out of harm's way.
Okay. From the vantage point that you are currently in, you do not see any other enemies or really anything around outside of all the dead bodies, as well as your kill that you triumphantly shake your fist at. That was mine.
I can still teleport to her though, right?
Yeah, you teleport down to her, yeah.
Yeah. So I teleport to her and I'm like, hey, are you okay? Wait, she's knocked out, isn't she?
Yep.
She is entirely knocked out. You can talk to someone that's unconscious.
Can I like try to help her inside since I know everyone else is heading towards inside? I know I would have to roll for strength, but like, is that a thing right now?
Sure. How do you want to go about helping her? Do you want to grab her and teleport, or do you want to walk?
Probably just like kind of help her stand and just walk inside.
Okay. All
Which would
right.
probably be half dragging her.
Yeah, go ahead and make a strength check for me.
Where did I just put? There it is.
Wimpy, you might have to. You might be taking damage on this. We don't know.
What? Did I miss something?
Depending on how the dice roll.
Oh, she's 1 HP.
Yeah.
Oh,
Can
can I med kit first? Can I help use my healing kit thing first? I didn't realize that. Sorry. I was kind of AFK / watching videos.
He's about to try and pick up an unconscious woman and go, "It's okay, walk." Just
You can also get this. Maybe find meaningful lives.
well, he has potions. He has 2 potions that he got from Kyla.
I know, but if he wants
Yeah.
to move in,
Yeah, I realized that she can't really be moved right this second without
Yeah,
severely
and also
risking
keep in
death.
mind, Caitlin has I think 22 potions that she got from the Bullywug
Well, I
Castle.
can't ask Caitlin that, can I? She's knocked out.
You can rifle
You
through
can
her
get
clothes.
stuff.
I mean, stuff.
I have a person anyway, though. I would just give it to her. Evan's nice like that.
Okay.
Eclipse is not.
So go ahead and roll a d20, and let me know what it lands on.
Oh, let me use my gold one. I haven't gotten to use them yet. If I can open the sticker. There we go. I opened the Legos.
You're such a pretty kitty. Yes, you are.
I chose the right dice. That's a 16. And then what is it? Apply anything or no?
Nope. So you just got a 16 on that one. So what I'm going to do, and this is a little different than how we would apply it, but go ahead and roll a d6, and we will apply your medicine bonus.
6.
Okay. And what is your medicine?
Skill. Give me a second. I have not looked at this in the entire time of playing. +2.
Okay. So 8. So you're able to move Wimpy into a position where you can actually feed her this potion. And
I just shove it in her mouth. Just.
Okay.
Evan's not smart enough. He wouldn't get that. You just have to be gentle. He'd just be like, drink.
Okay. All right. So Evan takes this potion and shoves it into Wimpy's mouth. He does heal her for 8. But as long as the bottle remains in her mouth, she will take 1 damage each turn.
Is she still unconscious?
She is still unconscious.
I take the bottle out.
Okay, she can breathe again.
This is what happens when I have an alcoholic beverage before I start playing. Oh.
If this is what happens, this is nothing like what I'm used to.
No, I just get.
About 100 in French.
I get tired. When I get tired, period, I get jokey and I act weird and crazy.
That's the way we always are, isn't it?
I'm mostly tired.
Okay, so that being said, what were the investigation rolls that were made by Bubba and Tyler?
I had an 11.
11?
Mine is a 14 plus 5, so a 19.
Oh dear.
Okay. So Myra, you're able, when looking at this library, you notice that it doesn't seem to have anybody inside of it. But there are a few kind of key books that seem to be sticking out when you look through it with that monocle. And then Bubba, when you're able to look at your sconce, you notice that it does have a very metal kind of foot that goes back behind it into the wall. And if you look down to the left towards the tower, then you do see that there are gears, just as the sheep described, as Matthew described. And it seems as if the tower itself can move and rotate.
We go inside the library.
Can I
I'm sorry?
investigation checks on both of them? Or I guess, I don't know if it'd be investigation checks, but for like traps and stuff. would be Arcana since we're in a Schwizard area.
Sure. Make an Arcana check.
Just because we're all going into possibly dangerous things, and the +3. It's an 11 in total.
Okay. So
Kyle.
on the base level, doesn't seem like there are any traps currently in the area.
All right, can we walk into the library?
Yeah. So you guys go ahead and you walk into the library. There is a small feeling and sound that is heard as you go through this doorway, and you are transported into a very stately room. There is a very big fireplace that is burning vigorously. There are very ornate and rather comfy looking chairs that are sitting around this fire and positioned as if to be reading stations. And there are also stacks of books, as well as many of these books in the bookshelves themselves. That some look like they've been opened and read. Others look like they've collected a lot of dust, and they don't seem to have been touched at all.
I don't think he's in here.
Well, I don't think so either.
Can I start taking books off the shelf, like, in hopes that there's a hidden
like to
door
grab
behind
one.
it?
Like
Are you just like?
Yes.
While she's doing that, I'd like to look at by the
You
chairs
have a
and see if there's
special
any open
monocle
books or
for this
anything.
thing, Kyla.
Are you
that,
going in
right?
there with me, Bubba? I thought you were on the other one.
Oh, I thought we were all going in.
No, you were on the left one. I thought.
Never mind then.
Yeah, you're in the other tower.
You can walk over there and go through if you want.
Because you said we all, that's why I thought we were all going in.
Yeah, no, I was talking to Joey and Kyla because they were on that side. But again, if you want to, you can go over there.
I gently headbutt Kyla's leg to remind her she has a fucking monocle that's an X-ray for this exact purpose. To look for hidden shit.
Is there any
Kyla,
sticks or anything currently, or like stuff like chairs or anything I could easily pick up and put them into
in the main room?
to where to where the doors like don't close behind people as they go in.
There is a few kind of eating tables that are over by the central fireplaces. They do have chairs that are sitting next to them, but they're more like stools than they are chairs. And unfortunately, they don't reach all the way up to where these wall sconces are.
No, I was gonna break them and put the sticks in there up against to where like have it positioned to where if it tried to go back into the wall, we turned them.
Got you. You're just ransacking the place. Okay.
No, just to where we
sure.
get like trapped inside rooms if like something, if like the door's closed because the gears somehow undo.
Okay, yeah. So you walk over to one of the stools and smash it. You now have 3 pieces of wood that you can use.
Kyla, for the love of God, use that monocle.
I got a 16 in my investigation to look at the bookshelves.
Okay. So as you go through, you're pulling and throwing books right and left. You do feel the nudge from Malthiel and the small words of, you have a monocle, right? You completely ignore this because grabbing the books and throwing them is too much fun to you.
It's reminding you of smashing crates.
And it is reminding you of smashing the crates in the Bullywug Castle.
Oh no.
And as you continue to keep pulling and pulling and pulling and pulling, you finally find one book that when you pull, it does not come out, but instead it pulls back. And a loud sound is heard. And as you hear this sound, on your right-hand side, you hear a very loud and the portal from which you entered is no longer there.
You see? This is why you use that fucking monocle.
And you are now staring at a stone wall.
Well, there goes my
Great.
idea. I don't know what happened.
Wonderful.
I'm sorry.
Hysterical.
I just want to hear Myra just respond to all of that with a oops.
I
Sorry.
am totally
I
whooping
said,
your ass
wait,
before they come
my
for us.
big
You
guy's
know
still
that, right?
outside.
I may be a sheep, but I know how to handle. I know how to handle these hooves. So what are we gonna do now that you completely disregarded the fact that we're stuck here now because
Can I
you didn't
put
want
the
to put
book
on your.
back in?
Well, the book never came out. It just rocked back.
Can I push it back?
You can. Unfortunately, though, no sound is heard.
Great.
I still have my monocle
See, this
on,
is
right?
why you listen to the sheep.
You do, yes.
Can I look around and see if the room's still there?
You can make a
Wait,
perception check.
Was there even a room? I don't even know if there was a room. It was just a portal.
It was we were in the opposite tower view. We pulled the thing behind the thing, and some bullshit happened. And this bullshit portal opened up, and this fairy
You see nothing.
that didn't listen
So
to the
wait, hold on.
sheep.
The
now
person
got
who
us
wants
trapped.
the stinking Schwizard alive is stuck in a library.
Yes. So
Well, I need.
let's check in on Clive, who's very patiently been waiting as well. Is there anything that you would like to do at this point, Mr. Clive? You are outside the front door with Nova and Evan.
Thank you.
Nope. Actually, no. I'm sorry. Evan is over with Caitlin, so you're only standing outside with Nova.
Even though they can't hear me, I am still talking trash to this fairy in this library that we have now found ourselves in.
I can believe it. Can anybody hear Quinn when he talks?
Don't you DM me,
We haven't been able to hear him.
That's not to Quinn. That's not to Quinn. I started laughing when Joey goes, "Don't you DM me, whoops."
Calling me out.
That was just too good.
You're doing.
Okay, I apologize. Is anybody able to hear Quinn?
No, he's had a mic problem and he pops up as he's talking, but we can't hear him.
Okay.
Yeah, we can't.
Is he talking in the general discussion?
No.
Is he? Can let me message him.
He's probably asleep.
Quinn, we get that you're trying to talk, but we can't.
He's probably snoring. So we're gonna have to try to. Oh boy, this is. I might starve to death in this fucking library now.
How long are you expecting to be there?
I don't know, but fucking, you better have carrots or something in that bag, or else I'm gonna start eating that later.
I have papaya.
You're a sheep.
You never gave me my
Love it, Myra. I absolutely adore it.
You do know you never gave me my papaya in the first place back when I was at the back at the village.
Yes, I did.
Well, I didn't get to eat it before you became a fucking dragon and you fucking
She gave it to you, and then you decided not to show up the next session.
So she put you in her bag. And
illness is a bitch, Bubba. All right, listen.
What?
All right, so
sickness is a bitch.
Quinn, I messaged you. I sent you a message directly, a DM.
I think he's sleeping. I deadass think he's sleeping.
He's not responding at all to anything.
I know, but he's saying it's acting like he's talking, but apparently he's having mic issues.
Quinn,
But
if
he's
you can
not.
hear us, leave Discord and join back in. Where we know you're
Quinn, if you can hear us, send a 5 in DM.
Quinn, if you can hear us, let Joey out of the library.
Yes, please.
I think he might be asleep.
Okay.
I think he's
All right.
I'll help
Well-
you with the curse.
Yeah.
So,
TJ unmuted
actually,
really
How
fast.
dare I
I
call
turned his
you
volume all
out?
the way
Yes,
up.
I will call you
on
out,
Wayne's.
Myra. Don't you be jamming
Uh-huh.
this.
I can hear his fan in the background. I think he fell asleep.
Okay, got you. All right. Well, he's hanging out outside. Nova, is there anything that you would like to do with
Can I
him?
get my shield now?
How tall are you?
I rolled an 18 for strength.
You rolled an 18 for
A
strength.
dirty 18.
A dirty 18.
Yes.
How tall are you?
Where does that say?
It should be on the next page.
I'm just lucky the rabbit isn't here. Else we're
The rabbit is
What?
here.
the rabbit.
Rabbit is not in the
the
sneak
rabbit
in
is-
thing.
He's outside.
Oh yeah, I forgot he
I
went.
didn't hear
to
what
the
Joyce
other-
said.
I said we're lucky the rabbit's not here. Else we'll all be fucked.
You are 4'11".
I'm
Yeah,
gonna be
your
honest,
height.
there's one reason why I didn't go in.
Yeah, you're
You see,
able
this
to
is
get
why you
your
put up
shield.
the monocle and you
It is-
start ripping
it is
books
very
on the
heavy.
wall.
I rolled 18.
Yeah, you're able to get it and you're able to move it, but it is very heavy because a brute was using it, and it's the size of a door.
Okay, fair enough. Then I'm gonna ditch it because it's just gonna slow me down.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Are you sure?
Can I
Sure.
lift the body?
You work really hard to pick up that shield.
Yeah. Can I lift the body now?
Yeah. You want to do just one of the brutes or all three?
Oh, all three.
Okay.
So help me God. By the time I get out of this library, I'm
You're the
going
one that
to
walked
take
into
at
the
least.
library.
I am going to show you a piece of these fucking hooves, man.
Do it.
Who?
Who is in the library with me,
What did
Rabbit?
you get?
What am I supposed to roll?
Sorry, Joy.
The
It's so
person
hard to
who-
understand who you're
Roll
talking
a
to
d20,
because
you're looting.
you're saying it
An
unmuted
eight.
while other
Roll
people
an
are going on.
All right. So you
No,
loot the
it's
first
fine. I'm
body,
just saying. Because
and you're able to find a small sack of coins, which amount to 12.
maybe if I scream loud enough, other people is gonna hear us.
Maybe
If you scream loud enough, you might turn into lamb.
you could have also grabbed other people to come inside.
Lamb
with you.
chop.
Well, if I bring attention to us, at least I'm not the only one who's gonna die.
Second
Fucking-
body, 9.
Did you roll that over specific?
I couldn't tell if it was
I got you, I
6
got
or 9.
All right. So the second body that you go to loot, you're actually able to, if you choose to, loot his axe,
I'll take it. Sorry.
and you're also able to loot another sack of coins. This one being a little larger, containing 17.
Okay.
And
Third
third
one
and
is an
final
18.
is an 18. So this one, you're able to loot another sack of coins. This one actually contains 20. But while looting the body, you're able to feel around and you feel a scroll. And you are able to, when opening up the scroll, notice that it is a one-time use scroll of protection.
So genius. How are we getting out of this library?
Can I roll?
All right.
I'd like to roll for perception to see if I can see Evan and Wimpy.
Okay.
That's a 6.
No.
All right. Well, in that case, I'm oblivious. I'm gonna go inside
Okay.
because I saw I'm assuming I saw everyone else go inside.
Yeah, you saw him go inside.
Okay.
You don't have to roll for
I
that
thought
one. They're
that
in
was
front of
pretty
you.
obvious. Okay.
Yeah, you have eyes.
Okay.
They're in front of you.
All right.
Outside of they were staring at the shield because you really wanted that.
Yeah.
Anyways, so you come inside, and
Can I
you
roll for perception?
sure
10.
okay. You are able to see that the right side.
Where am I?
You're down here in the bottom left.
Okay.
That the right side over here, the wall sconce seems to be cocked out
Okay.
in a very odd fashion.
Okay.
And as you make your way towards the center of the room, you do notice that Sir Roderick is over by the left side And he turns and looks at you, and he has his monocle in, so he looks rather fancy.
What a
I quickly
distinguished
look
gentleman.
away because it is an X-ray monocle.
He quickly looks away.
Thank you. God forbid you see my bones. Anywho.
Anyways, what were you about to say, Baba?
I was gonna say, I'd like to turn. I would like to try moving this statue or tower thing you're saying.
A sconce.
The sconce. But then after that happened, I wanted to go see if that portal was still open, because I don't know if.
Okay.
Or would I have heard the sound or no?
You would have heard
Well,
the
you do
sound,
hear
yeah.
almost 60 feet.
I'd
Yeah,
like to
you
go
would have
try
heard
to
it.
move the gears and see if it opens it up again.
Okay. How exactly are you moving the gears?
By pulling the.
By either pulling it or pushing it up.
By pulling the lever.
Oh, is it a lever?
Joe, you're not Sir Roderick.
Yeah.
How do you want to handle these gears? Are you working with
I thought there were
the?
gears that we were moving, because it's kind of hard to understand. I thought I was moving gears in the other room.
I didn't think that this was this. I didn't think this was this difficult of
Okay,
a thing
I guess I
to
go pull the lever.
understand. Okay, there we go. All right.
Good luck moving them gears, man.
So you reset the sconce back to its original position, and nothing happens.
Can I pull it?
As you look over to the tower, though, you do notice that it seems to have a stairway down.
And Nova walked in, right?
Yeah.
Nova walked in, and she has seen you move from the left side over to the right-hand side and reset this sconce back to its seemingly original position.
Why are you playing with lights, sir?
So it's gonna sound weird, but so Kyla and the Mathael sheep was here. They went through a portal into a library, and now they're gone.
How do you know they went into a library?
Oh, I thought I heard them talking. I thought you said I heard them talking.
Oh.
A library.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah,
If he
that
can
works.
hear if he can hear the sounds, he can hear us talking, most likely. Yeah.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah.
Well, it's a good thing you stuck behind because it sounds like they're gone.
Well, I was on that side, and apparently there's a staircase over there now. Maybe that'll lead us to them, though. We'll see, though.
Please,
We need
please
everybody
save
else,
me from
though.
Please save me from this careless fairy. Please, I beg of thee.
Is my guy still around or no?
Maybe
Who?
next time
you're
you'll wear
Freaky?
that damn monocle.
Or no?
No, he has
He's
vanished
gone back into the bottle.
into the mist and has returned back into the bottle.
How dare he?
He's not milk.
I guess let's just get everybody and head down these stairs, because I think that's all we can do right now.
See, this is what happens when you don't listen to the sheep. You end up locking us in a fucking library.
All right. We'll turn back over to Evan, TJ, who is out with Wimpy.
No.
What would you like to do?
Can I roll for perception? Is the door open?
You're out over by the field. You're out in the back area.
Yeah, like the door that's closest to me.
There is no door closer to you.
Oh.
But you can roll for perception.
Got a 10 in total.
Okay. So as you look around you, after yanking the potion bottle out of Caitlin's mouth, you do notice that there is a field that has a lot of sheep in it, and there's a gate that is rather close to you, and a very peculiar ramp that is sort of close to the house, but still within the field itself, and it seems to go down underneath the complex or the house itself.
Okay, can I try to wake Wimpy up? Is that a thing when characters are knocked
Sure.
out?
Sure. How do you want to go about this?
I just kind of give her a gentle nudge on like her
Okay.
shoulder.
All right. She is still asleep.
Okay. I guess I'll just start heading inside.
Oh, okay. How are you heading inside?
Well, at least I'm going towards the ramp.
Okay.
I'm sleeping glasses on, sir. I'm not sleeping glasses, I swear.
That's Quinn. That was Quinn.
He's awake.
He's alive!
He's being... That's his grandma in the background.
Oh. He's being told to go to bed, probably.
Most likely.
All right, so you're going down the ramp.
Yes.
Okay. So you go ahead and walk. You walk into. Actually, you teleport over to where the ramp is, and you begin to walk down. Go ahead and roll for perception again.
Where it is? 14.
Okay.
Plus 1, so 15.
Okay. So as you come down the ramp, you do notice on the far wall in front of you a stone type of passageway or archway next to a couple wall sconces with torches on them. There are torches as well to the left and right on the walls to provide a little bit of light. And you do see a little bit more fence with a gate in front of you.
Can I roll investigation on the torches?
Yeah.
Dice off the table.
The day I get out of this library, Matthew will never step foot in another library.
He's never going to read books again.
This is going to leave a
my dice.
This is going to leave a
18
traumatic experience within my
less
for the
1.
rest of my beings.
So 19.
You said a 19?
Yes, a 19.
All right. So you make your way past the fence. You go through the small gate, and you do walk up to the sconces. You do notice one of them seems to have a lot of wear on it, about midway up. The other one looks to be, untouched. But this one on the right-hand side seems to have a lot of wear on it, as if somebody had been grabbing it over the course of the last 100 years.
Can I grab the torch and just pull it?
Okay. All right. So as you grab the torch and give it a good pull, it does actually slide back. A rather loud sound. And immediately following that, there is an even louder and you observe the ramp from which you came slowly rising up and eventually meeting the space above and sealing your way out. You are now in what looks to be a basement with a very small pasture kind of field area.
Can I pull the lever again? Because I think I remember last time that's how it was opened, and I forgot about that fact.
So now,
nothing about
both
how these
me, Myra, and now Evan are trapped. and separate places of this dam.
Wait, did he go through the
But-
staircase that that I opened, or no? This is a different
No.
I went down
you
the
did not.
ramp that Matthew left to go into the pasture with.
Right.
Yeah, I think he locked himself in the
I
basement.
think he did too, from the sounds of it.
Man in the
If
basement.
I remember,
looking
cor-
for
if I
information.
remember, cor- I remember
No,
correctly.
no metagaming. No metagaming. I'm gonna
We
figure
have-
this out.
We have.
Okay.
The,
So if we're doing no metagaming, okay, TJ, you pull the sconce, and all of that happens. What was it that you wanted to do?
I wanted to try to pull it again.
Okay, so you're gonna reset it back and then pull it again.
Yeah, because that's just common sense. If it close something, it's most likely gonna open it, or you're supposed
Does
to.
Evan have common sense?
no.
Sometimes, not most times. But sometimes.
He shoves a bottle
Keyword,
down
some-
someone's throat, but he knows how to work a lever. Anyways,
Hey, I
You
never said he was
reset
the
it.
sharpest tool in the shed.
yeah, he's got his bright
Yes.
points. He resets it back. He pulls it again. The same sounds are heard this time, and the ramp, which disappeared, now reappears.
It's magic.
And with that, we fade out of the mist.
Here.
I am going to take this next 7 days and continue it with all of my being.
I feel so bad for Joey. First he gets
I
through
pulled the
the
lever.
cheap for the
I
past
pulled
month.
the torch, hoping for the fact that it was a lever
Yes.
because I was